for thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today, USA Boxing. What's happening, everybody? What's happening? Man, salute to everybody who's watching this this particular podcast right now on Facebook. Salute to everyone that's watching it on Facebook. Salute to everyone that's watching it on Twitter. You know what I mean? You know, it used to be on Periscope. Twitter owned Periscope. But they phased the Periscope phase out. So if you watch me on Twitter, man, peace to you. You know what I mean? Salute to you. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. Y'all rocking with the old boy. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Y'all know we're gonna have another good show today. I had a hard workout. I'm kind of feeling kind of tired today, but I had a hell of a workout. You know what I mean? Did some running and stuff today, man. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It well needed. You know what I mean? I didn't get the proper rest. I tried to get a little rest. I did get a little rest. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into this. So now, everybody, we're gonna allow YouTube to go out there into the YouTube universe and and let everybody know that the old boy zone, Coach Malachi Williams, we are on, and the family. So everybody who's here right now, let me give everybody a round of applause right here, man. So you know you know how everybody roll in, man. Using saps, yeah, man. Get everybody a round of applause in the chat, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. What's going on, man? So, hey, shout out to everybody, man. As I said before, now I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. You know how we do it. I want to ask you guys a question. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into this. But before we do, and we're gonna break it down like a 57 Chevy. I'm gonna go to the chat today. Today is the chat day. We talked, I went to the chat yesterday. We're gonna go to the chat today. You know what I mean? I told you the old boy gonna be here. The old boy's gonna be here. We ain't doing no running. I'm like, what's my brother name? My brother, Mark Nash. Yeah, Mark Nash. You know, he don't do no running now. You know, he don't do no running. You know, he bring it the way he break down sport of boxing and talk about other different things on his channel. Martin Nash, please subscribe to you if you're not a subscriber. He talk about several different things on his channel. And when it comes to boxing, you let everybody have their opinion and that's it, and that's it. He ain't gonna try to run you off the block if you don't agree with him. We don't do that over here. We don't do that. We don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, we ain't gotta agree with me. You know what I mean? This is not the yes man show. This ain't the yes man show. And just because you don't agree with me don't mean that you're wrong or don't mean that I'm right. Remember that. You see what I'm saying? Remember that, guys. So anyways, man, let's get into this, man. Let me go ahead and give everybody a shout out that's in the chat right now. That's here right now, man, before we start the show. Because I'm ready to start cooking today. We're gonna cook today. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, thinking about this Anthony Joshua fight that happened Saturday. A lot of stuff that's going on. I called the fight pretty good, as you guys can see. I called it pretty good. Whole lot of energy, as always. Called the fight pretty good. I was really very into the fight. But I had a chance to look at the fight again. And watching the fight again is what gave me the idea to come up with this question that we have today. The question is Oleksandr Usyk the best in the heavyweight division? What do you think? Now this is very subjective, depending on who is your favorite fighter, or depending on what do what goes into the process of an individual when you decide that to say, hey, this person is the best in the business. Also, guys, the merch. We got the New Media Today USA. I'm wearing the shirt right now. Guys. I'm wearing the shirt right now. So the New Media Today USA boxing shirt. Well, boxing really matters. Boxing really matters over here. Why do I say New Media Today USA boxing? Well, boxing really matters because boxing matters to me over here on this channel. We don't, what doesn't matter to me? Fanboyism does not matter to me. Pushing narrative, race baiting narratives doesn't matter to me. Pushing promotional companies doesn't matter to me. Pushing clicks and crews based on, I just say certain narratives and certain I forgot the word I'm talking about, but you guys get what I'm saying though. The chitlin circuits, the SHIT shows out there. You know, I don't want to, because of the kids, I don't want to curse. Yeah, we boxing really matters over here to me. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how I was raised. That's how I see things. And we're going to give everybody their props, regardless of what their race, nationality, or creed is, where they come from. If they're a good goddamn fighter, if they're a good boxer, guess what? Boxing matters. And that's it. So let's get into this. Shout out to my main man, James.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy, Rick James?
Come smoke with the old boy, Rick James. James. Smoke with the old boy, Rick James. The stickiest of the icky. Shout out to my main man, James.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother. Oh, there go Mark Nash right there. Shout out to Mark Nash, man.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Madu Killam.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Just Blaze.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul CX.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to Fury and Survivor. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Rod Rib Shows. What's going on, bro?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man Hector Garcia. Big Heck. We got Big Heck. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Heck. Hector Garcia.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Halim in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Magic Key Boxing. He got the keys to the city.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to Thomas Jones.
Hey,
Thomas.
okay.
Thomas. What's going on, fam? Thomas. That's how we'll say it in Spanish. Thomas.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Carne. What's going on, man? Carne O'Connor. What the lick read, baby?
Hey, okay.
Baby boy, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, fam? Scott Novak. What's going on, big baby? Big baby, the original big baby. Big Scott.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Big Heck, Hector Garcia. I know I said it before, but I just want to say the Big Heck. You know, we had, in baseball, it was this pitcher called the Big Hurt. Because call him, I think his name Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt. Yeah, we're gonna call you the Big Heck.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the snapshots. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we got? George Hall with the League Read.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jawad. There go my man. Jawad, what's up, man? Man, what's going on, fam? Oh, Jawad. Yeah, man. Jawan says, he said, what's up? He said, what's up? The old boy told me AJ was going to knock him out. Jawan, I was wrong. I talked about that Saturday, Sunday, and then today. Yeah, I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. I didn't know, I didn't know that version of AJ was going to show up. And I'm just being honest with you. Yeah, man. Yeah. For sure, though.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Jawan in the building. Shout out to Scott Shee. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans. Salute to Paul and Ava. Salute. I salute you.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jeff Lucietta in the building. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Richard Selesky. What the link read?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Juan. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Real Clean Light Podcast.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Easy Dimes, dropping those dimes.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Supreme Tax in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to JBN's Boxing News. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Mickey, what's going on? Get out of the way. You don't get out of here. You don't get a shot, and that's it. Shut up, old man. You don't know where I'm come from. Mickey said you ain't getting no shot. Clever Lane say, shut up, old man. Shut up, old man. You don't tell me what to do. You that old fool up there don't know where I come from. Hey, that little interaction between Mickey and Clever Lane, that was nice there. Shout out to Jermaine C in the building.
Hey, okay.
Jermaine C in the place to be. Shout out to Nissan Warrior.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to I say Nissan. Yeah, it's not Nissan. It's Nissan Warrior. I guess Nissin. Yeah, you should have corrected me. I kept saying Nissan Warrior. I was pronouncing your name wrong.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Boxing Fan 101. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Arnold in the building.
Hey, Okay.
Shout out to who else we got? John Doe. What's up, Doe? Really, Doe? John Doe.
Hey. Okay.
Yo, man. Shout out to who else we got, man? Who else we got? Shout out to you got John Doe in the building. Bruce Goals, what's happening, bro?
Hey. Okay.
Shout out, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to man. He James says, Coach, watch the fight again. AJ didn't do that bad or get blown out. Looked like he wasn't ready.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah, when I looked at it again, yeah, that's what I saw. I saw a lot of confusion. I don't think his team was prepared him properly. They came with a game plan that confused the hell out of him because it didn't make any sense.
Hey. Okay.
That's what happens when you try to outslick the slicker. See, in the South, right? When I was growing up in Florida, we got this old saying. You know, like a lot of the old women out there, you know, the women out there, like my mom, them age and stuff, when my mom was alive. You know, back in the day when I was a little whippersnapper growing up in West Tampa housing projects right there on Main Street. They said that you know, my mama used to say, the old folks back then used to say, you know, how you trying to outslick the slicker? Why are you trying to outslick the slicker? Or you can't outslick the slicker. You see what I'm saying? Meaning that if I am a boxer, I'm a slick boxer. I am the master of boxing. You know, I understand angles, footwork, feints. You know, I'm a better boxer than you. You're trying to outbox. You're trying to outdo me on my job. You can't outbox a boxer, especially if you don't have that skill set, right? So anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. He said, ain't that version of AJ that man got beat, no excuse. Supreme Tax, what are you talking about? See, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. This is the thing, right? This is the thing with these guys. Shout out to Shelton Moore.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to J.H. Lethal.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to who else we got? You know, I got to straighten these guys out, man, because they must have forgot. They must have forgot. I be thinking they be getting me confused with other people, right? All I know is this here. October 9th is coming up. I'm gonna talk my shit. I can promise you that. Anyways, these guys, they probably haven't been on the show yesterday or been on the show Saturday. You know, we don't make excuses over here. We called it the way we seen it. I scored the fight right here. Still got it right here. 10 rounds to 2. Didn't make no excuses. I don't do that over here. We don't talk about costumes over here. We don't talk about water bottles. We don't talk about referees. We don't talk about crabs in the bucket. We don't talk about Nevada Athletic Commission conspiring against us. We don't talk about WBC conspiring. We don't do none of that over here. I don't make no excuses for Joshua or whoever. I don't give a damn who your favorite fighter is or my favorite fight is. I don't have an emotional attachment to these fighters, and I don't make excuses. So that's it. Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG.
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Pro Boxing Media. Shout out to Chick. What's going on, fam?
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Daniel Minta. What the lick read, baby?
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to Kidan. What's going on, fam?
Hey. Okay.
Boxing fan. My main man with the sleeve. What's going on?
Hey. Okay.
Shout out to who it is. Shout out to Aquarius Brown, right? Shout out to Vibe Star. And it is what it is. We're going to get into this. So anyways, what we don't do over here is we don't make excuses. We don't cap for fighters. We don't do that. If you wasn't here yesterday, we broke it down like a 57-7, and I said that Anthony Joshua got beat, didn't make any excuses. If you wasn't here, watch yesterday's show. If you wasn't here Saturday night when I did a live broadcast, I broke it down like a 57-7 after the fight. So all of those who was here know what I'm talking about. Shout out to G, the PT. Shout out to Igor. What's going on, fam?
Hey. Okay.
If you wasn't here and you come in and start saying some crazy stuff, like, oh, this and that, yada, 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 your ass wasn't here. I already addressed that already.
Hey. Okay.
Do you want a hero cookie? You won't get one from me. Do you want me to, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna hold back on that. I'm gonna hold back on that. But I promise you, boy, I got some nuclear warheads that's gonna be dropping soon. They're gonna be dropping soon. More like next week. Anyways, but that's neither here nor there. There's a question going around on Twitter. I was looking on Twitter, right? You know, ESPN, stuff like that. Well, ESPN, you know, they got a business partnership with Tyson Fury. We know that. But there are some certain sports writers now. They're looking at Usyk like, you know, in awe And, they're asking, hey, man, some people are saying that, hey, man, this guy's is the best of the best right now today. Now, me personally, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I got him top 2 heavyweight. I do have Usyk top 2 heavyweight. Number 1 heavyweight in the division is Tyson Fury. Am I a fan of Tyson Fury? No, I'm not. Not a fan. Am I a fan of Deontay Wilder? No, I'm not. Not a fan. I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua in the heavyweight division. Yes, I am. Am I a fan of Oleksandr Usyk? He has made a fan out of me. Oleksandr Usyk has made a fan out of me. He proved me wrong. And I don't know, like this guy, man, this guy had to share the same birthday. Me, him, and Muhammad Ali. Same birthday, born on the same day. But that's neither here nor there. He has a fan out of me. I was already a fan of him in the cruiserweight division and in the Olympics. As a heavyweight, I wasn't sure if he was going to do, I wasn't impressed with the 2 fights. He's only had 2 fights in the heavyweight division prior to beating Joshua Saturday, which is his 3rd fight. So he had 3 fights in the heavyweight division. Prior to Joshua, I really wasn't impressed with the 2 wins he had. Even though he did stop Chaz Witherspoon, but, But he's that guy right now. He's that guy. I don't care how you slice it or how you dice it. That boy from the Ukraine, and I made all kind of mockery about, they say he the Matrix and this and that, and he got 5 computers in his brain, and he's computing the information. He's not like He's not like Lomachenko. Usyk and Lomachenko are 2 different fighters. Lomachenko has sometimes he'll take off and try to figure you out in like the first couple of rounds or whatever. Well, kind of like when he did Teofimo Lopez, he tried to figure him out the first 6-7 rounds, and he was down 0-6. Usyk don't do that. Usyk off the giddy up, he gonna pick up the pace. He gonna fight you at a fast pace from the first round all the way to the 12th round. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. And that's what I saw. I just got to be honest. I got to be honest. Now, that's not the question though. Is Oleksandr Usyk the best heavyweight in the division? That's the question. If you look at the title has a question mark. I had some fool. This what these fools do, guys. Talk to my family in the chat. These fools some of these guys who don't like the old boy. And that's fine. That's par for the course. I do talk a lot of shit. So, you have a right not to like me if I talk a lot of trash and I irritate you. And if I said things about your favorite fighter that you don't like, and you have an emotional attachment to your favorite fighter, and you go to twerking and one leg and up, and you go getting offended and getting emotional and want to fight and curse and all of that stuff. So I understand that. What I do comes with the territory. I show up every day, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I want all that smoke. So it doesn't matter. I'm not ducking nothing. I'm going to be here tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. But some of these fools, right, they look at the titles of the video, and they automatically jump to conclusions without giving me proper time to wait till the show come on to see exactly how I'm going to break it down, what I'm going to talk about. That's called over-emotionalism of fanboys. And you guys know how I feel about fanboys. We don't like them. We don't like fanboys over here. We don't. I don't give a damn if you're a fanboy of Joshua. I don't like you if you're a fanboy of Anthony Joshua. If you're a fanboy of Tyson Fury, I don't like you. If you're a fanboy of Deontay Wilder, I don't like you. If you're a fanboy of Terrence Crawford, my favorite fighter, I don't like you. If you're a fanboy of Canelo Alvarez, don't like you. If you're a fanboy of Oleksandr Usyk, I don't like you. I don't like any fanboys, irregardless of who the fighter is. Just giving you fair warning. It's not the fanboy channel. There's a whole bunch of other channels you can go to be, to get pom-pom, stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying that's how I am over here. But these fools jump to conclusions and they say all kind of slick stuff out of their mouth. You cannot out-slick the slicker. You don't have a slicker tongue than me. So the guys who's pushing this, listen, guys, you're going to lose this battle every day of the week and twice on Sunday. But that's neither here nor there. But that's the question. Is Oleksandr Usyk the best in the heavyweight division? People who are fans of Oleksandr Usyk will say yes. And guess what? They have a right to say that. Now, after his impressive victory last Saturday, in front of a sold-out Tottenham Stadium, 70,000 fans got a chance to witness one of the best boxing performances that has ever been put on display in this modern era. Not in the history of boxing. Listen very closely. In this modern era, meaning this current era of boxing. especially in the as it relates to just boxing, period. But in the heavyweight division, I admired the footwork, the angles, the different angles and different speeds the jab was coming. I throw the jab like this, then I'm gonna throw the jab like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna throw it like this. I can come across with a little hook right here, bam. I can come straight ahead right here, bam. I can come up. Oh, you got your hand up? I can come up like this, hit you with it, bam. You see what I'm saying? Oh, he's leaning his head to the right, bam. Straight left. Oh, he's finna throw a punch, slip, bam. You know what I mean? Just I'm right in front of you. You're trying to box with me. You're trying to play chess with me. The only problem is you have cards in your hand. You can't play chess with a deck of cards. You're not going to beat Bobby Fischer, arguably one of the best chess players of all time. You're not going to beat Bobby Fischer in a game of chess if you have a deck of Uno cards in your hand. Uno. It's not going to happen, right? So let's go. So Oleksandr Usyk of the Ukraine dominated Anthony Joshua in a lopsided performance, right? To become the new unified heavyweight champion of the world in his third professional heavyweight fight. Not his 20th professional heavyweight fight. Not his 30th professional heavyweight fight. Not his 40th or 35 or whatever professional heavyweight fight. His third professional heavyweight fight, he has become the new unified champion of the world. While other fighters was trying to fight for undisputed, and they was talking about, oh, you got to come over here and we need to see this contract. I got to see proof of funds. Oh, wait a minute, you ducking me. Oh, he's a coward. He's Uncle Tom. Well, all these other guys were doing that. Oleksandr Usyk came through the back door. Nobody saw him coming. Well, everybody was talking about, I don't like you because you from the UK and yada yada, and your fans in the UK is sucking. And I don't like you because you from America. And we don't like this guy because he twerk and talk about having babies. And we don't like this guy because he talking about he like to lie all the time and this and that. And he said he was gonna sign the contract and we're gonna be able to in Saudi. Listen, no. While everybody was going through that picking sides, Oleksandr Usyk came through the back door. Nobody saw Usyk coming. Nobody from the Torquedator side, nobody from the Fury side, nobody from in the sport of boxing, period. Nobody really saw him coming. Once he moved up to the heavyweight division, no one knew that he would be the unified heavyweight champion of the world in his third professional fight. No one saw that coming. So for all you guys say, I told you so. You didn't tell me that he was going to become unified heavyweight champion in his third professional fight. Yeah, they killed me with this. I told you so, boys. You know, I told you. It sounds like you're sneezing. Like you guys say, I told you. Come on, man. This for you guys. All right, now. Usyk came to the trap and took over the trap in stellar fashion, right? From the angles, as I said before, to his footwork. Joshua seemed not to have any answers to what Usyk was doing in the ring to him, right? And to be honest, it seemed like Anthony Joshua's team were thoroughly outcoached and didn't have a plan B. I think that's obvious for anyone who's watched the fight the first time or the second time. I've seen it twice, right? The game plan seemed for Joshua to outbox Usyk, as we know. If that was the game plan going in, and it clearly was, as I said before, guys, then that should tell Joshua that it's time for him to hire a new trainer. Joshua probably won't because he loved Rob McCracken. That's his homeboy. You know, I love Rob. He taught me a lot of stuff. Okay, that's cool. You love him. Give him some sugar, whatever the case may be. You can still be loyal to him. Just get a new trainer. Say, Rob, I'm gonna put you more in a consultant capacity, but I got to get some gangsters over here. I'm 6'6", 240 something pounds. I need to fight like I'm 6'6", 240. I'm taller than who Lennox Lewis was. There's no way that I should be looked upon as sweet. So that's neither here nor there. Rob McCracken time, in my opinion, guys. This is my opinion and my opinion only. So don't shoot me because I have an opinion. You don't have to agree with it. But in my opinion, Rob McCracken time as Joshua's lead trainer should come to an end. It's obvious at this point that AJ needs someone different in his corner. Oh, yeah, you did good, AJ. Yeah, you did good. Way to go, AJ. This is what these fools were saying in the corner. This man is clearly getting his ass kicked. And y'all in the corner talking about something. Yay, AJ, you did good, AJ. Yay. Sound like some old pom-pom cheering type stuff. Sound like another fighter who has some yes men on his team doing the same goddamn thing. Yay. Nigga, please. But anyways, let's get back to Usyk's performance. This is a guy who has become the unified heavyweight champion of the world in his third fight at the heavyweight division. Oleksandr Usyk is the ultimate road warrior. What do I mean by that? When certain fighters are afraid to travel to other fighters' country, Usyk relishes the moment. You want me to come to America and fight you? No problem. You want me to come to Germany and fight you? No problem. You want me to come to England and fight you? No problem. Oh, you want me to come to Mars, Venus, or Pluto to fight you? No problem. Oh, Goku, do you want me to come to Piccolo? Do you want me to come to planet Namekian and fight you, Vegeta and Frieza and Goku on planet Namekian, right? Do you want me to come up there and fight you there? No problem. I will come anywhere, pause, in anybody's country, come to your backyard, in front of your hometown, in front of your crowd. I will drink water out of your water bottles. You see what I'm saying? I will fight you in front of your judges who are going to be biased towards you. I will fight you in your ring with your referee. This is what Usyk does. While these other heavyweights talking about A side, B side, and you got to come over here and fight me. Usyk said, I'll fight you anytime, anywhere, anyhow. This is the true road warrior. And me as a fan of boxing, I got to respect that. Especially in today's time, because you got a whole bunch of prima donnas in boxing right now. You got one guy, I don't want to go to Australia and fight this dude. Usyk will say, yeah, I'll come over there and fight him. You got to respect the fighter who travels and go to anybody's country in front of your crowd. He doesn't have fans in your country. The referees are going to lean towards the hometown guy. We know this, where everything is stacked against him. Sanctioning bodies are going to be stacked against him. Everything is going to be stacked against him, and he comes to the trap and takes over the trap. This is what he does. So whether you like Oleksandr Usyk or not, you have to give him his props, period. I'm not going to take anything away from any fighter, whether I like that fighter or not. Not going to take anything away from him. As I said before, Oleksandr Usyk is the ultimate road warrior. And you got to look at that. When certain fighters don't want to go to another man's country, guess what? Usyk said, I'll come over there. Just make sure my money right, baby boy. Baby boy, make sure my money right. I'll come to your city. I will fight you in a local Walmart in your hometown, and you can have your mama and them there, auntie and them, cousin them. You can have everybody from the pub there, everybody from the bar, have everybody in your city, in your neighborhood there. Have everybody there. And I will be there by myself, just with me and my team, and you can have everybody booing me and throwing stuff in the stage. It doesn't matter. I'm going to beat your ass in front of everybody in your country. I'm going to come to your trap and take over your trap. And I'm going to go right back to goddamn the Ukraine with your belts. This is what he does. This is facts. Now, as I said before, so now the question is this, guys. I want to ask you guys a question in the chat. You guys in the chat. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. This is a matter of subjection. This is going to be your opinion. I'm not going to rip you for your opinion. If you're in the chat, don't rip nobody else for their opinion. Everybody's not going to agree with everything that you say or I say. Just because you say it does not make you right. And just because I say it does not make me right. This is subjective to you, right? I hope we are grown adults and we understand this, right? So let's do this here. So now the question is this: where do you rank Usyk as a heavyweight right now today? There's only three. There's only three heavyweights currently in the heavyweight division that have been unified champions. There's only three heavyweights in the heavyweight division that has been unified champions. Tyson Fury, in this era, has been a unified champion. We're talking about in this era right now. Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko back in 2015 in a snooze fest. He beat him, and he became the unified champion. Anthony Joshua has been the unified champion twice. And now the cruiserweight, the former cruiserweight, Oleksandr Usyk, is now the current unified heavyweight champion. So the three things that these men share, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Oleksandr Usyk, these three men have been unified champions. Usyk is the current unified champion, and his third professional fight as a heavyweight. Usyk, come to your trap and take over your trap mentality is what sets him apart from other top heavyweights in the division. And to be honest, things have gotten a little bit more interesting in the heavyweight division now that Oleksandr Usyk is the new unified heavyweight champion of the world. And as it stands right now, guys, there are only 2 undefeated heavyweight champions in the heavyweight division. Really, it's 3. It's Trevor Bryan, but we're not going to count Trevor Bryan. We're not going to count Trevor Bryan because he ain't fought nobody, and that's fact. So I'm not even going to count Trevor Bryan. It's 3 undisputed champions, but right now we ain't going to talk. We're not going to talk about Trevor Bryan. Trevor Bryan, I'm going to have to put you on the back burner today. We're talking about the top guys, though. There's only 2 top heavyweights that are undefeated right now. That's Tyson Fury, and that's Oleksandr Usyk. Now, you see what I'm saying? No matter how you slice it or dice it, right? Oleksandr Usyk is the real deal. He better believe out of me in the heavyweight division. And his skill set is second to none, in my opinion. I want to know, what do you think? Do you believe that Oleksandr Usyk is the best heavyweight in the division? Yes or no? Or do you believe that Wilder or Fury is the best in the heavyweight division? In what order do you have Usyk ranked amongst the rest of the top heavyweights in the heavyweight division? So just tell me, I'm just anxious to find out where would you rank him at, right? Let's talk about this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. And also, we got the new merch. We got the new Media Today USA Boxing.store merch. If you want to get the new merch, man, go there, man, and check it out. Shout out to everybody on Facebook who's watching this, and shout out to everybody on Twitter that's watching this as well. And my YouTube family, what's going on, fam? So I hope I made myself clear in my opening. This is subjective. This is your opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Now, before I even look at the chat, I have Tyson Fury as the #1 heavyweight in the division. Now, as you guys know, I'm not a fan of Tyson Fury. But just because I'm not a fan of Tyson Fury, I love Tyson Fury as a boxer. Let me clarify that. I love Tyson Fury as a boxer. Love his boxing skills. Just not a fan of just his antics outside of the ring and stuff like that and yada, yada, yada. And the Fury fanboys are crazy. The Tyson Fury fanboys and the Deontay Wilder fanboys are one and the same. I'm saying the fanboys, not the fans, the fanboys. There's a difference between a fan and the fan. They're one and the same. Both camps, they just turned me off. But guess what? Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is #1 heavyweight in the division. And I have Oleksandr Usyk as #2. So for the Wilder fans, they're gonna be upset. Oh man, you see what he did? See, he's skipping over the brother man. No, this ain't got nothing to do with brother man. This is okay. Tyson Fury is undefeated. Ain't nobody beat him. Oleksandr Usyk is undefeated. Ain't nobody beat him. I'm not gonna put a fighter that's been defeated over an undefeated fighter, especially one who is currently the unified champion of the world and one who is currently the WBC and lineal champion of the world. So it's 1 and 2. Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. And then wherever you want to put at #3, that's on you guys. But that's my 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And 3, you could possibly put Wilder in there. But I'm anxious to see what you guys think. So anyway, let's go over here to the chat, man, and let's talk about this. Let's straighten it out. Jonathan says, to be honest, you have to beat the #1, and that's Fury. Okay. Boxing pound for pound say Tyson Fury. He say Tyson #1, Usyk #2, AJ #3, Wilder #4, Dillian #5. All right, okay. That's how you see it, huh?
To this day.
He said for now it's Fury, Usyk, Wilder, and everybody else.
To this day.
You know what? That's how I got it. I have it Fury, Usyk, and Wilder. EB, that's how I got it. That don't make me right, but that's just how I got it.
To this day.
Wendell says Wilder #1, Usyk #2, Fury #3. Okay.
To this day.
He says Wendell says he got Wilder #1 over Usyk, who's undisputed, who's unified heavyweight champion, never lost a fight before, and over Tyson Fury, who is undefeated, never lost a fight before, and he beat Wilder. And guess what? That's his opinion. There's nothing wrong with that.
To this day.
Let's see. Ali says Usyk comes 3rd at the moment on heavyweight. Okay. The Londoner says Tyson Fury #1 until proven otherwise. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what everybody else got. Thomas Jones says I have Usyk, Fury, and Wilder. Okay.
To this day.
The Londoner says Fury is undefeated. So yeah, he is. That's facts. hey, you ain't gonna get no argument with me. He said after thinking about it again, I rank him #1 because he has the most belts. I do believe Usyk is better than Wilder and Fury. I like Usyk's skills and what he brings to the heavyweight division.
Hey, okay.
All right. Colonel O'Connor, this is the chat day. We're going to talk to the chat. He says, in my mind, Usyk beats the rest. Usyk beat the best heavyweight out there right now. So he has to be #1. Okay.
To this day.
Bon Scott said he's a character, coach. Boxing needs personality like Fury. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
I got Fury #1, y'all. I got Fury #1. I'm not even gonna lie. He say Babbitt like the honey badger. He don't give a what. Bro, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He said Fury #1 until proven otherwise. Simple as that. Okay. Jedi Gremlin says Fury #1, AJ #2, Usyk #3. Like, I got another question I want to ask you guys. Let me try to get everybody together, man. Shout out my main man Jawan.
To this day.
Jawan says Fury #1, Usyk #2, Wilder #3. Yeah. That's what I got. I have Wilder #3, Usyk #2 behind Fury, and Fury #1. Again, these are our opinions. We're not gonna rip anybody about their opinion, no matter how strange or crazy it may seem to that individual. He said, I got a feeling Wilder puts it on Usyk, though styles make fights. I'm not even gonna go that far about who will beat who. You know what I mean? I'm just saying as of right now, because there's all, hypotheticals and possibilities, and, all I know is this here. He said, I don't go by resumes. I go by how they fighting in the ring. King KO says, Wilder is trash. Daniel says, LOL, he said, coach shooting slugs. I ain't shooting no slugs, dog. I ain't shooting no slugs, dog. He said, why is Wilder in the top 10, let alone top 5? He has to be in the top 10, top 5. Wilder, he has to be. He has to be, bro. The Londoner, we get your point. Please stop spamming. Yeah, if you are spamming, guess what? You will. We don't like spamming over here. Make your point. That's it. But we don't like spamming over here. Let's see. Who else we got? Wendell says Jose Rendon, how Fury cheated blatantly. Okay. Still saying Fury cheated, huh? Halim says Fury #1, Usyk #2, Dillian White #3, Wilder #4, AJ #5. Okay.
Okay.
He said, Coach, I won $800. I regret not betting more. I saw the fight for free. Okay.
To this day.
You didn't bet more because you didn't know what the outcome was going to be. Nobody knows what the outcome is going to be of these fights. You run with it, and if you knew better, if you knew, we don't have a crystal ball. We can say, oh, let me look into my crystal ball. This is what I know this is going to happen. If you knew, you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna put my whole life savings on this, and we're gonna be rich like a fat cat. Nobody knows. Monday morning quarterback. He said after watching Fury against Wallin, I think Usyk would beat Fury. Yeah. Otto Wallin is a southpaw. He gave Fury some problems. John Doe says Tyson Fury with loaded gloves. #1. Usyk #2. Hey, there y'all go, man. Y'all ain't going, hey, man. Hey, there y'all go. Hey, y'all said, boy, y'all, oh, man. He says, I think Wilder beats Usyk. Styles make fights. Oh, yeah, we ought to look at that one. I'd rather see Usyk fight White or Joe Joyce next. Yeah, we just looking at where you have him ranked. That's all. Who you rather see? Who would you rather him see fight next? That's another topic, another argument for another day. I just want to know where you have him ranked in your opinion, right? AJ needs old school trainer. Rest in peace, Emmanuel Stewart. Would have been perfect for Joshua. The next best thing he can get to the Emmanuel Stewart is Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill Stewart is training Tyson Fury, so that ain't gonna work. So the next thing AJ can do is get with Lennox Lewis. All that other stuff, about what y'all went through in the past. Well, Lennox said this and he hurt my feelings, but damn all that. Look, man, this business. See, I can do that. I'm the type of person, I can work with someone who I don't like. I can work with someone who doesn't like me. Do you want to know why? Because I can separate personal from business. But I am a unique individual. I am a unique individual. When you're working with a snake, you keep a machete in your hand. This is an old saying that my mother used to tell me. She say, sometimes, son, when you're working with snakes, you have to keep the machete in your hand. I have an ability to be able to do that. But I'm not saying Lennox Lewis is a snake. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying whatever personal stuff that we may have had in the past, I need to put that aside. Because at the end of the day, there's another level that I need to get to. And when you fought, you was the best heavyweight of your era. You beat all of them. The 2 losses you had, you came back and knocked out both people who knocked you out. And you dominated. And you fought like a big man. You had a strong jab, a mean right cross, and when you did get tied up with the little man, you pushed him down with your forearm and you put all your weight on him. Kind of like what Tyson Fury did to Wilder in that second fight. I need that nastiness.
Hey, okay.
Troy Graham says Usyk is number 1 for right now. Okay, who you got for number 2, number 3? Okay. Jay Miller says, I have Usyk number 3 behind Fury and Wilder. All right. Joshua needs to come train in the U.S. He won't do that. He won't do that. Truth Seeker said AJ was a paper champion. What is a paper champion? Truth Seeker, what is a paper champion? I don't need vagueness neither. I want to know what's the definition of a paper champion. You know, if you had a padded record, you said he had a padded record, you fought top 10 people, like, because that argument can go either way. You know what I mean? Pro Boxer says Fury is the lineal champion. That means he is the official champion at heavyweight. Usyk number 2 because he's unified. Just asking. He said Wilder is done after October the 9th. October the 9th. Listen, October the 9th, that night. He says, Coach, the Wilder tickets are on sale. They slashed the prices. Yeah, they got to try to sell that venue out. He said, Coach, we can't rank Usyk until the conclusion of a rematch. Andrew Ruiz beat Joshua first in better fashion. It still does not consider top 5 heavyweight. Yeah, because Andrew Ruiz came back and he had a stinker against his follow-up fight. He had a stinker, Jose, against Chris Arreola. He got dropped against Chris Arreola. And then I think he stayed out of the ring for a couple of years after he lost to Joshua, right? But the difference between Andrew Ruiz and Usyk became unified champion in his 3rd professional heavyweight fight. He's not even a heavyweight. You see what I'm saying? I mean, he's a heavyweight now, but you get what I'm saying. But all of this is subjective to you. All of this is subjective to you. All of this is subjective to you. Nobody is up. Shout out to Real Talk. Nobody is right here. Nobody is wrong here. It's subjective to you. Richard says Fury is a damn bum. Okay. The Queen Lisa Bell said True Seeker is a buster. Troy Graham says,
Hey, okay.
why does he need to train in the U.S.? What top heavyweights are currently in the U.S.? Did you make a valid point? Troy, you make a valid point. That's another argument as well. You can say, well, damn, why he need to train in the U.S.? The U.S. trainers are not producing any top heavyweights. That, you know what? Troy, you make a valid point right there. You make a valid point right there. Stephen Todd say paper champ is a guy who picks up belts secondhand like Parker, Charles Martin. So those are secondhand belts. Okay. So you mean, if a fighter, let's say if a fighter fights Bermain Stavern, who picks up the belt, picks up a vacated belt, and another fighter fights him and beats him, does it make that fighter a paper champion? This can go a million different ways. This can go a million different ways, literally. AJ is like the old school champs. he fights the best fighters. All of this is subjective to everybody. Everything today is subjective to everybody. Everybody's free to voice their opinion today, however you feel. If you like a fighter, you're going to feel strong about that fighter. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like a fighter, there's nothing that that fighter can do to impress you. There's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shout out to UGC Flame.
Hey, okay.
It is what it is. He says, Pawn Poker says, Fury will murder Usyk. Well, we won't know until they fight. Fury did not murder Sefer Seferi. Fury did not murder Odo Wallin. So we can't say here murder Usyk because we've seen fights that Fury has had. He won the fights, but he didn't murder none of those guys. You know, unless you consider Sefer Seferi as murdering. I don't know, but you get what I'm saying though. He said Ukrainian boxers are built different. Not all of them, because you had I think the Kovalev, he's from Russia or Ukraine. Well, I think Kovalev is from Russia, right? And Lomachenko is from the Ukraine. Yeah, he's a hell of a fighter. But he got 2 losses. He got beat twice already, right? Lomachenko's a bad boy, but he got beat twice already. So, Paul CX says AJ has beaten a reigning champion who defended his belt multiple times. He can't be a paper champion regardless. Yeah, I mean, the people who say Joshua's the paper champion, they hate Anthony Joshua. I think that's facts at this point. If they say he's a paper champion, they not 20 times out of 10 they don't like Joshua. They hate Anthony Joshua, and they might be Tyson Fury fans or Deontay Wilder fans. And they probably won't admit that, but I would say, look, man, I don't like this dude. He's a paper champion to me because I'm a fan of Wilder or Fury, and this is why I'm saying this. But you can't say that with all our honesty that this guy was a paper champion. But hey, that's their opinion. It is what it is. Shout out to Juwan. Juwan say Fury #1 heavyweight. Usyk, yeah. Usyk, pound for pound #1. Oh, okay. Hey, Juwan, that's a good little spin on that. Pound for pound #1 because he moved up from cruiserweight to heavyweight, so he can become pound for pound because he moved up from one weight class to another weight class. He was undisputed in the lower weight class, and in this weight class, he's become unified champion in his 3rd fight. Now, I see where you're coming from. You know what? I could probably go with that. You know, because it'll be him and Canelo. But damn, he done something that Canelo ain't did yet.
Hey, okay.
This is the argument that you can have over him and Canelo. You can say this guy done something Canelo haven't did yet. He's become undisputed in his 3rd heavyweight fight. New to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. But that's another argument for another day, because then the Canelo fanboys will come out. Oh, what did you mean? What did you mean? And say what you talking about? You know, they're gonna get all overly emotional. And I ain't dealing with no fanboys attitudes today. Not today. I get it. I get it. These beta male fanboys are something else. These are opinions. Please do not get your panties in a bunch about your favorite fighter. It's not that serious. Last time I checked, ain't neither one of these fighters cutting the old boy a check. Joshua ain't cutting me no check. Fury not cutting me no check. The twerkinator, Deontay Wilder not cutting me no check. Usyk not cutting me no check. Terrence Crawford not cutting me no check. Sean Porter not cutting me no check. Canelo Alvarez not cutting me no check. Teofimo, whoever. None of them are cutting me any goddamn check. So I ain't, it is what it is. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Shout out to Facebook and Twitter who's watching this show. Shout out to all my family on Facebook. Shout out to my family on Twitter who watching the old boy. But anyways, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Just your opinions. That's all it is. He said, get Lennox Lewis to coach AJ. Yeah. I mean, that would be my suggestion. I would definitely go to Lennox Lewis. I'm just being honest with you. I would go to Lennox Lewis in a heartbeat. Why? Because Lennox Lewis has the style of fight. Listen, I'm going to tell you why Lennox Lewis training Anthony Joshua makes more sense. Because Joshua has to develop a identity in the heavyweight division, right? Lennox Lewis had an identity in the heavyweight division. He was big and strong. He fought like he was big and strong. Lennox Lewis had probably one of the best jabs, top 5 best jabs in the heavyweight division. I was ranked, when I look at jabs, in the heavyweight division. I mean effective jabs. I'm not talking about just flicking jabs and just hitting you with the jab, flicking jabs. I would say, I'm not talking about speed. I'm talking about pinpoint accuracy and power. Let me break this down. Because I don't want nobody getting in their feelings about what I'm fixing to say, because I know what I'm fixing to say is going to get people in their feelings. My personal opinion is that of me. My personal opinion. Do not, fanboys, do not get your panties in a bunch because of what I am going to say you don't agree with. Period. In the heavyweight division, the best jab that I've seen, subjective to me, is Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes had the best jab I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. He was accurate, it was powerful, and he threw that jab with conviction. He threw it with a fastball pace. Larry Holmes will beat your ass with the jab for 12 rounds. So for all you guys who just started watching boxing about 2-3 years ago, you know nothing about Larry Holmes. That's my opinion. I would even say Sonny Liston had a monster jab as well. Sonny Liston definitely had a monster jab. But I like Larry Holmes a little bit better. My opinion. And then I would have Lennox Lewis in there. Top 3. My opinion. I want you crying. I want you getting mad. None of that. It's subjective to me. So I would the style of fighting that Joshua, your style is your identity. What are you known for? This guy is known to fight like this. This guy is known to be nasty, physical, strong, mean, determined, heart, courage. This guy is known for that. This is your identity. This is what people think of when they think of you. When you think of Oleksandr Usyk, his identity is this. He has heart. He has courage. He has a high ring IQ. He will fight you anywhere. And he's a boxing technician. He has a strong engine. He does not really get tired. He's in shape. That's his identity. Joshua needs that Lennox Lewis identity from a style standpoint. You 6'6", 200, and another thing. Deontay Wilder identity is he finds a way to land the right hand. Wilder identity is not he's a boxer. When you think of Wilder identity, you don't think of high ring IQ. You think of a guy who steps in the ring and he's going to land that right hand. That's it. He's a knockout artist. Some people would say he's fought C and D class fighters his whole career, and his resume was padded according to his coach. We're gonna peel back the layers on that one day. But that's his identity. When you're 6'6", 240, 250 pounds, your identity should be, I am a monster. Lennox Lewis, in my opinion, would be that guy. I don't care about, oh, I don't like what he said, and you know, and you know, he said some things to me that I didn't like a couple years ago, and he's jealous of me and this and that. Man, look, let's put all that aside, baby boy. Listen, Lennox Lewis, check this out. Whatever differences we had in the past, I know you tried to sign me when I came out of the Olympics. I didn't sign you. I didn't sign with you. I chose Rob McCracken, and you got into your feelings because I chose Rob McCracken over you. I didn't come sign with you. I get that. Let's see, can we put that aside and have a business relationship together and work this out? Because I'm trying to get the belt back. And I'm going to need a little something extra in order to get that belt back. But that's just me. That's how I am. Everybody ain't me. Bro, listen, I'm the type of guy, I can literally can't stand your guts. But guess what? If I see something that I can get that's going to benefit me, I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to say, look, dog, you know I can't stand your guts, right? But check this out, though. We're going to have to work together on this. Let's see, can we let bygones be bygones? I know where I stand with you. You know where you stand with me. But let's come together to accomplish this particular goal, because I respect what you have done in the sport of boxing. You are a Hall of Famer. I respect what you have done, and you have something that I need that's going to help take me to that next level. That's going to give me an identity. So I'm going to have to put my personal feelings aside and let's see can we make this work. And I want you to put your personal feelings aside and see can you make that work. I have several, you know, I listen, I'm gonna talk to Buddy McGirt again, right? I can talk to Buddy McGirt. I'm pretty sure you had several fighters who worked with trainers who, man, I probably don't really did the guy too much, but this guy get results. We ain't got to be in love to work together. You ain't got to give me no sugar to work together. We ain't gonna be taking selfies. Oh, come on, man, let's take this selfie right here, baby boy. Let's take this. We ain't got to be taking selfies to work together. I'm looking for results. I am in the results business. When I was in the Nation of Islam, it was all about, listen, man, brother, did you get the job done? We don't care how you got it done. Did you get the job done? Man, I don't want to work with this dude, right? Y'all understand, you know, leaders are ones who can work with, like true leaders can even work with their enemies. But that's a whole nother level, right? That's a whole nother level. Y'all see us say AJ don't respect Lennox, and he listens to his fans who have disdain for Lennox for having an opinion on how Lennox is jealous of AJ. He is what AJ wants, and not the other way around. Lennox is jealous of AJ. He is what AJ wants. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know what you mean. He is or he has what AJ wants. John Doe says, Coach, you know Al Heyman paying you on the back end. Hey, listen, Al Heyman, he need to cut the check. Shout out to Nick Rich.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Nick Rich. Salute to the Queen, Nick. Hey, listen, man. Listen, nah, man, I ain't getting that on the back end from Al. If I was getting something, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. He said, you don't need extra muscle in boxing. It only hurts you. If I was getting something on the back end, I'll let you guys know. He said, in my opinion, hard to argue resumes, especially when none of the fighters control who they fight. You're right about that, Damon. None of the fighters control who they fight. These fighters do what they're told. Only a couple of fighters can. I'd probably say Canelo probably fights who he wants to fight. Anthony Joshua pretty much fights who he wants to fight. He could have dropped that belt and moved on or whatever, but, you know. He says, would Mark Breland be good for AJ? I don't, Mark Breland was a bad boy, Kenny B, back in his day. He was a bad boy. He's one of the best boxers that America has ever produced. He was on the best boxing American Olympic team in the history of this country. Mark Breland will be a bad boy. Now, Mark Breland is a real quiet person, but will his personality get AJ? Will he be able to motivate AJ? Because Joshua is a mentality thing. It's not a skill set. He has a skill set, but it's a mentality thing. But anyways, we're going to talk about this boy Oleksandr Usyk, though. We're going to talk about this boy Oleksandr Usyk. What do you guys, he say, I'm in sales. How much is the AJ fight worth? AJ is I don't know. AJ is the highest paid heavyweight in boxing, period. I don't know what he got paid for this fight. Jonathan said AJ called Lewis a clown. And Lewis said some things about AJ. This is what I'm saying. See, this is what I'm saying, guys. So this is what I'm saying. New to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. And don't forget to click the link in the description below to get that New Media Today USA Boxing merch. We have the, I'm gonna get back on point. You know this. We have the hoodies. We have the t-shirts, long sleeve and short sleeve. I'm wearing the short sleeve right now. We have the hoodies, the t-shirts, we have the hats, and you can just click on one. We have the bomber jackets as well. Click the link in the description below. Everything that you guys do help the old boy keep the production going of the show. But anyways, yes, press the like button, hit the subscribe button. He say, Mark Breland to train AJ, LOL, Wilder would be worried. Mark Breland had one of the baddest jabs, as well. Mark Breland had a bad jab. He was a bad boy. Mark Breland, in that right hand he had. Carmen Serene saying, Lewis, don't come in here with that hatred in your heart. I don't know. Shout out to the Queen, Carmen Serene.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, man, He say Lewis will smoke all. Yeah, Lennox Lewis was the bad boy. And I did not like Lennox Lewis. But guess what? Just because I didn't like him, do not mean he wasn't a bad boy. I didn't like him because he was a bad boy. He beat my guy. He said, Mr. J said, how can you turn down an experienced unified heavyweight champion legend? Undisputed. Lennox Lewis was undisputed. I'm jealous. Don't think so. He said jealous. What you say? Jealous? Don't think so? Okay. Everybody is everybody's all over the place with this. AJ had the wrong strategy against Usyk. That was his mistake. He has to make it more physical to fight a boxer. But the crazy part about it is everybody knew that before the fight started. This is the crazy part about it, boss. Everyone knew that before the fight started. You have to fight this guy, make it physical, rough him up. Everyone knew that, apparently, except his trainers. So if I know that, you know that, and we're not even boxing trainers, but your trainer's telling you, now what we're going to do, we're going to become the Matrix like him. We're going to try to out-Matrix the Matrix.
Hey, okay.
We're going to try to out-Matrix the Matrix.
Hey, okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to try to outthink the thinker.
To this day.
What we're going to do is we're going to try to out-figure out the figure-outer. You 6'6", 240 pounds, and I'm going to try to outthink the thinker and try to out-Matrix the Matrix and try to out-compute the computer. If your trainer told you that, his ass got to go. True. If your trainer told you that, his ass got to go. Literally. That's like me being 6'6", 50 pounds, and let's say I'm fighting Mike Tyson in his prime. Prime Mike Tyson is from 85 to 1990, before he lost to Buster Douglas. That's prime Mike Tyson. When he was with Kevin Rooney. Once he fired Kevin Rooney, he went downhill from there. But that's like a fight, that's like a trainer that's like a trainer is training a fighter. The fighter's 6'6", 240 pounds, and I'm saying, what we gonna do, dog? You fighting this heavyweight that's 5'10", 5'11". What we gonna do? We gonna fight him on the inside. We gonna go in the inside and fight him on the inside and try to show him that we can out inside the shorter fighter. You playing right into his hands. Any trainer that tells you that tell you right there, you know what, baby boy, man, goddamn, dog, how we got that one wrong? You at least got to question that. Nick says, why Lewis though? AJ called the man a clown for a reason, and it had nothing to do with Lewis' constructive criticism, because a lot of boxers have criticized AJ and he never clapped back. I don't know. I don't know why, I don't know why he called him a clown, this or that. I don't give a damn about that. You see what I'm saying? All I care about is I lost my belt. I had a wrong game plan, a wrong strategy. Mentally, I'm not there. I'm not the same guy that I was prior to Andy Ruiz. I need to get that back. Stranger in says, stop trying to hit me and hit me, Usyk. Well, Usyk was getting hit now. His face, you see how his face, he got a cut right there too. He got stitches on top of his right eye. He was getting touched. But if AJ would have threw them jabs with conviction instead of pawing with the jab, if he did that just by pawing, he didn't throw the speed he normally can pop, but he could throw that jab like pop. He didn't throw the right hand with conviction. He didn't throw the left hook. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that was there. Right? But anyways, Kenny B says, AJ has too many voices in his corner. That might be a problem too. DJ says, turns out Lennox Lewis is right about AJ. Yeah. Lennox Lewis is right. When a fighter, when you see certain things in a fighter, DJ, a lot of people see a lot of stuff about fighters. In my opinion, all of these fighters are flawed. There are certain things about them. You know what I mean? So he was right. He was right about AJ, in my opinion. He said AJ going to get hit, going to get it right in the rematch for sure. Listen. I believe he can get it right because I watched that fight again. He could have beat this guy. He could have beat him. He was there for the taking. But there's something up here, as I keep saying before, the mindset. But also, I say all that to say this. All I'm saying is this, guys.
Hey, okay.
I'm different. I'm different from probably most everybody in the chat, more than likely. Coach Riddick Bowe throw the belt in the trash to avoid fighting Lennox Lewis. He said Joshua was never in position to throw or counter Usyk. Well, he was touching him up. Usyk, how do you think Usyk got these? Wait a minute. Let's do this. Let's do this. This guy, he says, Peter Von Ark says, Joshua was never in position to throw the counter to throw or counter Usyk. Okay, that's what you say, right? I got something for that. I got something for that argument there. I have something for that. Let's go to Instagram. Let's go to Instagram. Peter Barnard says AJ was never in position to throw or counter Usyk. I totally disagree with that. The fight I saw, Usyk was there to be for there to be hit. I totally disagree with that. And I'm finna show you some. I'm finna show you some receipts. Fixing to show you some receipts. As a matter of fact, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let me do this. Let me go to my trusted Canva. Let me go to my trusted Canva. Let's go to my trusted Canva, guys. It says AJ was not in position. Was not in position or anything to hit this guy. To hit Usyk. I totally disagree with that. Totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. I'm going to tell you why. I'm finna show you something. Fixing to show you something. AJ wasn't in position to counter or hit this guy. Can you explain this to me, sir? How did Oleksandr Usyk get these stitches? He got stitches right here over his eye, on his right eye. He has a welt under his right eye, and he has a welt under his left eye, and he has a cut right here. There were no headbutts or none of that in this fight. If AJ was not in position to counter Usyk or hit him, can you please explain to me, how did he get this on his face? He was getting hit in that fight. I watched it again, and I'm like, wait a minute, man. He was touching this dude. He was touching this dude. He said AJ was landing it straight right. He just stopped throwing it. He was touching this dude. So when you tell me that, well, AJ wasn't in position to do none of that. Okay, well, explain to me, if he wasn't in position to hit Usyk or counter him, how did this happen to Usyk's face? Somebody did that to him. Somebody did that to him, right? I don't think the referee did it. I don't think the cut man did it. I don't think the judges on the sideline did it. Guess what? This fist right here was touching this boy's face. Kind of hard to argue with that. The stitches were a headbutt. Oh, there we go. There we go. I already knew you were going to say that. I already knew you were going to say that. This was probably one of the cleanest fights I've seen. But that's neither here nor there. So stitches from the headbutts. Okay. So the welt under his eye, that was from a headbutt too, huh? The cut on his nose, that was from a headbutt, right? The welt under his left eye, that was from a headbutt. And the welt on the top part of his left eye, that was from a headbutt too. That was from a headbutt too. He said Joshua was just a stubborn fool and looked like he wanted to outbox him, which would have never have happened. AJ, Easy Down saying AJ problem was he's lost too much weight trying to be lighter in the ring. It might have hurt him in the ring, and that's why he looked gassed up and wasn't throwing with pop. But this is the thing. If he's heavy, you say, well, God, he got too much muscle. He's gassing out because he got too much muscle. He needs to lose the muscle. He looks like a pumped up weightlifter. And then when he loses weight and slims down, oh, well, he lost too much weight. That's why he was gassed up. He got to gain weight. Which one it is? I'm not finna sit and argue with this guy about this headbutt thing. Not fixing to do it. Not fixing to do it. Not fixing to sit here and argue about this. This guy has welts under his eye, right and left eye, welt on the side. He got stitches right here. And, how this happened in his face? Headbutt. So AJ headbutted Usyk on the top part of his eye. He headbutted him in the lower part of his right eye. He headbutted him on his nose. He headbutted him in his left eye. He headbutted him on the side of his eye. That's how Usyk got the welts in his face. Okay. All right. I ain't finna go. We just gonna agree to disagree on that. Anyway, let's move on. Coach Usyk was open for 12 shots right down the middle all night. I rewatched the fight too, so I know what I saw. Joshua could have hit him with that all night. Straight right is the straight right is the kryptonite to a southpaw. AJ's average weight at throughout his championship has been 244. He was 240. It's not a dramatic difference. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You're right about that. He didn't get bothered much for being hit. And to be fair, his skin color. Okay, yeah, his skin color. Okay, all right. So he's saying let's talk about the possible broken eye socket as well. There's no broken eye socket. AJ never said he had a broken eye socket. He never said it. So he said that weight ain't helping his chin. He curls up when he gets hit clean and he doesn't move his head. That is true. When he gets hit clean, he does curl up. That's facts. That is true. Shout out to Lady Shane in the building.
Hey, okay.
He say chat except Bomb Glam Squad. But anyways, let's do this. Let's talk about Usyk. Are you guys impressed with Usyk? His ability to. This is what I want to ask you guys. This is what I want to talk about as well. Irregardless of where you have him ranked in the heavyweight division, again, this is all about opinions. Everybody in the chat has an opinion. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. Right? But in the current state of the heavyweight division, do you know what I like about Oleksandr Usyk the most? This guy, literally, let me show you guys something. When fighters are arguing about who the A side is, when fighters are saying you need to come to, I don't want to go overseas and fight nobody because I'm scared I'm going to get robbed by the judges. When fighters are talking about different promotional companies and you on the wrong side of the street and all of this stuff there. This guy right here is something else. He beat my guy, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, you're going to bounce back, baby, but you're going to have to get rid of Rob McCracken. My opinion, that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but that's just my opinion. Rob got to go. You need someone who's going to. Who we got in the building? Webcam chat. Well, how you keep coming back, dog? Hey, this guy must be keep creating this webcam chat. Someone please block this guy. Moderators, please block this guy. Nick Rich says, my hubby called it after the Parker fight. He said back then that AJ doesn't need to fight Usyk until he improves his footwork. Kenny B say, fact is AJ can't do same game plan as Chisora. Had right idea, no choice. AJ has to brawl next fight. Okay. This is the thing though. When you employ. This is the thing. Kenny B, when you employ that I got a brawl, muscle guy type style, you're going to get hit, and you're going to have to not be afraid to get hit, and you're going to have to know how to take a punch when it comes. I don't like Joshua's punch resistance, to be honest with you. Right? He says AJ got beat by a cruiserweight. AJ got beat by a heavyweight. He got beat by a guy who moved up from cruiserweight. Guess what? Evander Holyfield moved up from cruiserweight. He whooped a whole lot of people. He whooped a whole lot of people moving up from cruiserweight, Richard. But I get it. You hate AJ, so I understand, sir. I get it. And you have a right to do that. He said Usyk was impressive, but AJ has been overrated for some time. No reason to have lost to Andy Ruiz and didn't make a statement in the rematch. Okay, that's Zeta's opinion. Me, I'm more of a mindset. Mad Chad say, fast, coach. AJ looking a bit Chinese. Oh, chinny. Yeah, talking about chinny, yeah. So, this is what I want to show you guys. This guy, Usyk. This guy, let's look at his first 10 fights. His first 10 fights, he fought in Ukraine, Germany, went to someone else's country. Ukraine. So people say, oh, man, he had all his fights in the Ukraine. You know, how he ain't really fighting nobody. He having all his fights in Ukraine. So Usyk says, okay, I went to Germany, had a fight in another man's country, went to his trap, took over his trap. Let's go to Poland. Went to Poland, beat this guy. Oh, guess what? I'm going to go to the U.S. When you have fighters in America who do not want to leave America because they're afraid they're going to get robbed, how come Oleksandr Usyk is not afraid that he's going to get robbed when he comes back, when he go to other people's country? When other people's favorite fighters are hiding behind promotional companies, when other people's favorite fighters are hiding behind certain YouTube channels who push certain narratives, when other people's favorite fighters are lying and ducking and dodging and saying all kind of colorful stuff, this guy right here says, guess what? America, if you fighters don't want to leave America and come to my country and fight me, I would leave and come to your country and fight you. I would go to Poland and fight you. In front of your hometown. I will fight you in your neighborhood, in front of your whole entire family, in a hostile environment. And I'm not worried about the judges, because I'm gonna beat you so thoroughly, the judges ain't gonna have no choice but to give me the fight. He came to America, Inglewood, California, stopped the dude in the 9th round. He fought Michael Hunter in America, in Maryland, beat Michael Hunter ass for 12 rounds. He went to Germany. Marco Huck whooped him in Germany. Then we know he got a part of the tournament, in the cruiserweight tournament. He went to Latvia, another country. He beat Marius Bradis in his own backyard, majority decision. Right? He went to Russia, and you know Russia and Ukraine that's hostile territory for a Ukrainian. He beat this guy unanimous decision, Murat Gassiv. Then he went to England, pulled up on Tony Bellew, whooped him in front of everybody in England. Then he came back to America, whooped up Chaz Witherspoon in Chicago, Illinois. Then he went back to London, had a tough fight with Derek Chisora, but he won a unanimous decision. And then he went back to London again and he beat Anthony Joshua, and now he's a unified champion. This guy's a true road warrior. So while your fighters are hiding behind promotional companies, and while your fighters to this day are talking about complexion for the protections and stuff like this and that, and this guy's going all over the world fighting anybody. Listen, I heard this guy went to Mars and fought a dude on Mars and beat a Martian ass and took their belt. I got to give him his props. This dude ain't ducking no smoke from nobody. Come to your trap and take over your trap. This is what he does. 3rd heavyweight fight. He's unified champion. You got dudes who've been in the heavyweight division currently for years. You have dudes who's been fighting in the heavyweight division since 2008, 2009, 2010. They have not been unified. Not been unified. This guy come in the trap, now I'm finna be unified. Tyson Fury has been unified. Tyson Fury went to Germany and beat doggone Vladimir Klitschko in his backyard. It was a snooze fest, but he did do that. And then he came to America and he beat Deontay Wilder. Come to your trap and take over your trap. Tyson Fury did that. This is why I have Tyson Fury #1 and I have Oleksandr Usyk #2. For that reason right there. And that it's as simple as that to me. It's as simple as that to me. You ain't got to agree with it. You ain't got to like it. But guess what? It's as simple as that to me. Tyson Fury is #1. He's the lineal heavyweight champion, the WBC champion. He's the only fighter right now that's held all of the belts. Not at one time. He was unified over. And you know, I'm not a fan of Tyson Fury. I am not a fan of Tyson Fury. I like Anthony Joshua. But I'm not a fan of Tyson Fury as a person. But as a boxer, Tyson Fury is a bad boy. Can't take that away from him. I don't give a damn. I would not take that away from Tyson Fury. That boy can box. He has damn good footwork. To be 6'9", 275 pounds. I've never seen anyone that big move around like that. And now that he's fighting with Sugar Hill, he has a dominant jab right now. Facts. Not gonna take anything away from him. You know, this ain't about your feelings. This ain't about your feelings. All I know is this here. Shout out to my man, Blood in the building. Okay, there you go. There go my dog.
Hey,
There go my dog. Josh Taylor is another one. Hold on. Let me pull up Josh Taylor. Let's pull up Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is another one, right? I think he's another one. When I say road warrior, I'm not talking about a fighter who may have went on the road one or two, one time and what. Because when you first start boxing, you got to, you go on the road. You go on the road, every now and then. When you first started boxing, you got to try to get the fights. You got to try to get the fights on when you can. Oh, let's see. Okay, well, Josh Taylor mostly had fights in the UK, so. Oh, he came to New York one time. All right, Josh Taylor, would you consider him a road warrior? Shout out to my brother Retro Boxing documentary.
Okay.
Would you consider Josh Taylor a road warrior? He's had most of his fights in the UK. Scotland, England. England. But then he did come to America and fight Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez wasn't going to go overseas and fight Josh Taylor, but Josh Taylor said, I'm going to come to your trap and take over your trap. And Josh Taylor put on a magnificent performance against Jose Ramirez. I won some money on that. I won $300 on this fight. Lost a $100 with Billy Joe. Bet against Canelo. What the hell was I thinking about? Anyways, and then I was looking for the upset, but that didn't happen. But I won $300 on Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor came to America. He came to America. But Oleksandr Usyk is more of this guy. He has a history of going to other. Look at this, guys. London, he's not from here. US, England again, Russia, Latvia, Germany, Poland. This dude just go around everybody's country and take their belts. This is what he does. So, in the heavyweight division, we have two fighters. Tyson Fury is number one, in my opinion. He's the WBC and lineal heavyweight champion. Irregardless of whether he's my favorite fighter or not, I gotta love Tyson Fury for his boxing skills. I'm not going to take that away from him. So for you Tyson Fury fanboys, you hate Tyson Fury, guess what? I get that man his props. I do not hate Tyson Fury. I'm just not a fan. But guess what? I'm going to give him his props. I'm not like you fanboys. You hate a fighter, you won't even give him his credit. Because your hatred and your emotional attachment to your fighter, you won't get the other man his credit. See, you can't take away from what another man has accomplished in order to up your guy up. You can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I may talk shit about him, but I'm not going to take away his accomplishments. But in my subjective opinion, guys, Fury is number one, not Oleksandr Usyk. And Usyk is number two. And I laid it out why. This guy's a road warrior. Whether you like it or not. Ukrainians and Russians are not on good terms. Yep, I already know that. Trevor Bryan will whoop Usyk in Ukraine. No, I doubt that. Trevor Bryan would not. Now, I be capping for Trevor Bryan, just laughing and jokes, right? I hope you guys know I'll be laughing and joking when I talk about Trevor Bryan. I hope you guys know that. But Trevor Bryan will not whoop Usyk. He won't whoop Usyk in America, in my opinion. I saw the Bermain Severn fight. He said nobody can go to the Ukraine. It's a war zone. Yep. Let's see. He said Usyk has still not fought a top 3 heavyweight. How is that? He fought Anthony Joshua. He just beat Anthony Joshua. He just beat Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua not a top 3 heavyweight? Wow. He said, you heard in Wilder fans. Hey, man, this ain't no, He said, Coach, do you remember Glenn Johnson knocked out Roy Jones Jr.? He was the road warrior. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. This guy says, top heavyweights, Fury, Wilder, Joyce. That's your opinion. I don't agree with it, but that's your opinion. I agree with Fury and Wilder. But that's your opinion. No problem. That's your opinion. Joe Joyce, I don't agree with that. He said Nick says one thing about boxing is the triangle effect doesn't work. It doesn't work, Nick. You hit the nail right on the head. See, you know boxing. You know that the triangle effect doesn't work. Perfect example. George Foreman demolished Joe Frazier. Ali struggled with Joe Frazier. George Foreman demolished Ken Norton. Ali lost to Ken Norton. He lost to Frazier as well, even though he avenged both his losses. And he got his jaw broke against Ken Norton. George Foreman destroyed Ken Norton. So the triangle theory is, what triangle effect is, well, you see what George Foreman did younger George Foreman did the doggone Ken Norton, and you saw what he did to Joe Frazier. You just know he gonna do that to Ali. Ali knock out George Foreman. You hit the nail right on the head, Nick. You hit the nail right on the head. Maybe you can teach a lot of these a beta male something. Nick, the Queen Nick.
Hey, okay.
Maybe you can teach a lot of these beta males something about that. It said Usyk will bust up Fury in the ring, outpace, outer space, street fight, UFC fight. Usyk is the baddest man on the planet. Fury will retire before he fights Usyk. Mad Chad Boxing. That's what Mad Chad Boxing says. He beat a top 2 guy on only his 3rd fight. Well. This guy right here says if Anthony Joshua was a top heavyweight, then he wouldn't have lost and quit against Andrew Ruiz, who was ranked top 15 at the time. You can tell who they are by what they say out of their mouth in the chats. Retro says, I can't believe people still use the triangle theory. The people that use the triangle theory in Retro, they just started watching boxing yesterday, brother. A lot of noise y'all hear in the background. Fence getting put up. Listen, the people who use the triangle theory on Retro, guess what? They just started watching boxing. You and I both know that the real true boxing fans is very few true boxing fans in boxing right now. What we have now, we have a lot of YouTube boxing fans and a lot of fanboys and we have very few boxing fans who know boxing. And that's just where we at right now. And it is what it is. You guys hear the noise, I got the fence getting put up. But hey, that's their opinion, Retro. I don't agree with it, but I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Peter Varnock says Joshua's no slouch, he just ran into a slick southpaw. Dragon Leg say facts, coach. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I try to keep it objectively and unbiased as I can. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Buster Douglas beat the brakes off of Mike Tyson, took his belt. What you think he gonna do to Evander Holyfield? Evander Holyfield knocked Buster Douglas out within 1 or 2 rounds. Triangle theory doesn't work. But hey, man, it is what it is. This guy's a fanboy. I would not address you. I'm not addressing this fanboy. I'm gonna let him talk. You gets no life from me. Gus says Usyk put on the masterpiece. So let's get back to what I was saying, guys. Let's get back to what I was saying, guys. Are you impressed with the way Usyk goes all over the world and fight different people in their countries, in their backyard, and beat them? That's my next question. He said, too many casuals on the panel, coach. Yeah. Well, not on the panel, you mean in the chat. That's just where we at in the state of boxing right now. That's where we at in the state of boxing right now, and that's fine. That's where we at in the state of boxing. What do you think about Usyk going all over the world fighting people in their own backyards, beating them? When you think of your fighter, think about your favorite fighter, whoever your favorite fighter is. How many times has your favorite fighter traveled outside of the country to fight other champions? How many times have your favorite fighter hid behind promotional companies or hid behind YouTube channels or a cult-like following? I'm not responding to no trolls or no fanboys. Paul CX says, yes, thoroughly impressed. It's the mark of a true champion. Teach says impressed. Mark D says, in the end of the day, everyone can beat everyone on a good day in the top rankings. Simple as that. Yeah. Any given day, somebody can win. Wendell Jackson says, yeah, that is an amazing statement. Usyk is a world beater. Yes, he is. Dragon Leg says, I'm very impressed from an AJ fan. Usyk is a dog. Yes, he is. Usyk is a dog. Zadie says, absolutely. Taking the show on the road is always harder. Yes, he is. You know, because you got a lot of these fighters, Bon Scott said nobody wants to fight Usyk in the Ukraine, so he has to travel. Okay, but guess what though? Usyk is willing to fight. Usyk is willing to fight. Usyk is willing to fight. Not Anthony Joshua, any fighter and around the world. He doesn't mind traveling. So let me explain this to me, Bon Scott. What makes Usyk so different from a mentality standpoint? Meaning, I'm willing to go all over the world and fight anybody. Versus, that's the fence, guys. That's the fence, guys. So bear with me. I need to block this guy. This guy is spamming my chat, so let me block this guy. This webcam is... moderators, please block the webcam. Please block the webcam guy. Please block the webcam guy. Please block this webcam guy. This guy's spamming. Shout out to Smile Back if you're ugly.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, Scottish boxer Ken Buchanan never once fought in his own country. What other fighters have done that? Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know he never fought in his home country. I thought Buchanan might have fought a few times in his own country. That's amazing, though. He say, in-house is pound for pound. Usyk's number 2. I don't know. No, Inu, yeah. I'm gonna say, Coach, did you still think Joshua will beat Fury? Any given day, anything can happen. The way Anthony Joshua's mentality is right now, no. The way Anthony Joshua is up here from a mindset standpoint, I mean, anything can happen. It's a possibility, but the way his mindset is right now, nah. I don't think so. And I'm just being fair. And Anthony Joshua is my favorite heavyweight, and I'm just being honest. Not right now. He's gonna have to get. He got to get this. What's your identity? He say fighters go where the money is, but the reason doesn't change the fact that he wins in hostile territory. Exactly. R. West said, thank you. I was waiting for him to be blocked. Martin Ramos, what's going on, fam?
Okay.
Lisa Bell says, Paul Evans, I'm killing roaches. That's right, Lisa. If they here spamming the chat, get their ass up out of here. They got to go. Get them up out of here. He said, I think Usyk can be undisputed and then retire. This win shows that skill-wise, he is best in the division. Fury can be the only one who can potentially outbox him. Okay. Adrian said Usyk is an elite fighter with an elite level trainer. Big props to him. I'm just saying. Kevin, he says Ruiz was unified champ too in this era. Yes, yeah, he was a unified. He was a unified champ. Andy Ruiz was a unified champ. Joshua was a unified champ. Tyson Fury has been a unified champ, and Usyk is now the current unified champion. That's facts. But do anybody look at Andy Ruiz as a top 5 heavyweight?
Okay.
I don't think nobody look at Andy Ruiz as a top 5 heavyweight. I'm talking about the top guys. Andy Ruiz is the one-hit wonder to me. I saw his last fight. He didn't look good against I saw his last fight. It didn't look good at all. He got dropped by Chris Arreola. So I don't rank Andy Ruiz over Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury or even Oleksandr Usyk. He's not in the top 3 to me, in my opinion. But he says, why was he so chinny against a damn cruiserweight? Wesley, I already know the answer to this. Wesley, who is your favorite fighter, sir? I already know the answer to this. Who is your favorite fighter? I already know the answer to this.
To this day.
I already know the answer. What the answer is? He said Fury got a problem with smaller guys, and he knows it. Oh, Wesley, I'm waiting on your answer. So who is your favorite fighter?
To this day.
I already know. He said, Coach, you think Canelo plant incident was staged or genuine? Yeah, who knows? Who knows? I think that Canelo. I think it was genuine. I think Canelo lost his temper because of whatever Caleb Plant said to him. You know, Caleb Plant been talking about the cheating allegations, and I think that's why Canelo got heated and pushed Caleb Plant. So I don't think it was staged. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I don't think it was staged, NLE. Shout out to NLE.
Hey, okay.
Gus says, to go to hostile territory and dominate with ease, that's some legendary stuff. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Joe G says, Usyk, number one pound for pound. You know what? I might can see that pound for pound. Maybe not number one in the heavyweight division, but the pound for pound, I could probably go for that because he's accomplished it in 3 fights in the heavyweight division. He's moved up. Kenny B said, I'm a huge AJ fan. It's just Usyk is a better boxer. Facts. 350 amateur fights, AJ 50. Usyk on another level. Yeah, boxing wise. He say Canelo hates people calling him a MF. Guess what? I got receipts where Canelo call other people MF. Oh, I got the receipts. Canelo doesn't mind people calling him MF. He calls other fighters MF as well. So that's not true, my brother. I got the receipts. And I'm gonna have a receipts day to show you this. You're gonna hear it coming right out of Canelo's mouth. Paul CX says, that damn cruiserweights, most in, Wilder does sometimes, and about the same as Povetkin did most of his career. Okay. Ryu says, AJ played Usyk's game, then he tried to outbox a better fighter. I noticed when I asked Buddy, where Buddy at? I said, man, I bet I know who your favorite fighter is.
To this day.
He has not replied. I already know. See, I already know what time it is. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What?
I said I know.
True.
I already know what kind of gun you're using when you're shooting, when you're pulling the trigger, dog. I already know. Trust me.
To this day.
But guess what? The day of reckoning will be here, October the 9th. Keep that same energy. Yeah. Shout out to Y2KP.
Hey, okay.
for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I think Fury can box as good or as better as Usyk, but Usyk will have trouble getting to Fury because of size. I'll take Fury over Usyk. Yeah, because Usyk is 6'3". Well, how tall is Odo Wallin, guys? How tall is Odo Wallin? I'm gonna look him up right here. Odo Wallin is like 6'4", right? I think when Fury fought Usyk, when Fury fought Odo Wallin didn't have no problems getting to Tyson Fury. I just want to see how, because you might have a point, but I want to see. Oh, Odo Wallin is 6'6". Okay. Odo Wallin is 6'6". So yeah. Yeah, he's 6'6". So that's probably a little different. Odo Wallin is 6'6". Dang, that's a big boy. Odo Wallin 6'6". Damn, Dillian White gonna have his hands full with this guy. Shout out to Jay Miller for dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, man, I already know what side of the fence they on, man. You know, hey, shout out to the Deontay Wilder supporters. I know y'all hate me. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Shout out to my trolls and my detractors. I'm going to be here every day, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to you guys. Hey, waving at you.
To this day.
October the 9th. I'm going to get the last laugh. I promise you that. Wherever it go. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Boy. That's it, my boy. All right, now Tony Boswell. Shout out to my main man, Tony Boswell.
Okay.
Much respect to New Media Today USA Boxing in the chat. Stop there and show a little support and hit the like button for the old boy. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button for the old boy. Please subscribe. And feel free to go to New Media Today USA Boxing .store to cop you your fresh new merch. T-shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, hoodies, bomber jackets, snapbacks. We got it all. He said that's a funny name, Odo Wallin. Yeah. I don't. Is that German? Is Odo Wallin? Is that German, guys? I don't even know. Jeff Lucietta say I'm Nello sensitive about the PED talk. Yeah. Paul Evans says coach, no supporters. They go to his fight. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, it is what it is. Again, he said, I'm telling y'all, Usyk is the boxing version of Thanos. He goes to foreign lands and collects belts. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can't, Yeah, I can't. He says, you're going to have to show me. Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Not going to show you today. I'm going to show you. Because this ain't about Canelo today. I'm going to show you. Let's see. James Burrell said AJ, Fury, Usyk are all overrated, but Wilder and Ortiz aren't. Oh my God. Hey, James Burrell say AJ, they say AJ, Fury, and Usyk are all overrated, but Wilder and Ortiz are not overrated. The boogeyman of the division, King Kong Ortiz, the boogeyman. The boogeyman of the division, man. Come on, man. Exclusive said, did you catch a new bang I dropped, coach? No, I haven't checked it yet. I'll check it out. I haven't looked at it yet, my brother. But I'm gonna check it out before the day over with. Oh, there I'll go with this Ortiz, the boogeyman of the division. Right, so Anthony Joshua, he's overrated. Tyson Fury, he's overrated. Usyk, he's overrated. Wilder is the best heavyweight champion in the history of boxing. He'll beat all the greats. And Ortiz is the boogeyman that everybody's ducking. Okay. We know what team you're on.
Okay.
Wow. I know that's not you, brother. I know you're just being sarcastic. He said, correction, Buchanan fought in Scotland twice. But that was in 69 fights. He fought a lot in England, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Puerto Rico, Italy, Spain, France, Denmark, Canada. Yeah, that's a road warrior right there. That's a road warrior right there. That's a road warrior right there. Annalise said, coach, you'll laugh. Hey, it's crazy. Listen, I can't make this up. Like, Annalise, I can't make this up, man. I'm like, oh, boy. Wow. Okay. Jeff Lucietta say Fury is that dude. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I can't take that from him, dog. Can't take that from him. He go to other people's trap and take over the trap. Went to Germany. Come to your trap and take over your trap. He beat Vladimir Klitschko, irregardless of whether you thought it was a boring fight or not, and I thought it was very boring. But guess what? He did what he had to do. Went in another man's backyard, in front of his judges, in front of his crowd, and he beat the champ. Took the belts. Then he came to America, and he beat Deontay Wilder on Black History Month in front of all of his Wakandaites. He did that. And that just, listen, no matter how you slice it or dice it, these are the facts. Oh, I know I offended some. I offended some of the fanboys. I know I have. I know I offended you. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, so you guys have told me you thought about what you thought about Oleksandr Usyk's ability to be able to go to other countries. See, this is what I respect about this guy. I'm going to be honest with you. Again, I don't have him as number one. I don't have him as number 1. I have Tyson Fury as number 1. I have Usyk as rated at number 2. Tyson Fury is undefeated, have not lost a fight. Oleksandr Usyk is undefeated, has not lost a fight. But that's not just a criteria. The fact is that Tyson Fury has went to Germany and came to America on the road, and he's beat champions in their backyard. Oleksandr Usyk has a history of going. He went to Mars. He's been to Venus. He's been to Pluto. He's been to different galaxies with Goku and Dragon Ball Z, with Goku and Vegeta and Krillin and Piccolo. He's been to different universes, fighting champions. He's come to America. Been to Poland. He's been to Germany. He's been to the UK. You know what I mean? And he just collect belts like Thanos. This is what he does. Can't hate on that. You can't hate on that. I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it. These are the facts with these two fighters. This is what I'm looking at. Now, we know the narrative that's going to be spun. The narrative that's going to be spun by my enemies, by people who hate Coach Malachi Williams, by people who hate New Media Today, USA Boxing. The narrative that's going, I'm going to give you guys yesterday's news. I'm going to give you guys tomorrow's news today. I'm going to give you guys tomorrow's news today. See, I know my detractors very well. I know my detractors very well. Trust me, I know my detractors very well. And my detractors, they're looking for chinks in the armor. They're looking for holes that they can poke at, right? And they're looking to see it has to be a way that I can get under this dude's skin and say this and say that. Guess what? You can't get to me. See, I know what you're thinking. The one who controls the circumference of your knowledge controls the diameter of your thinking. I already know what you're going to say before you even say it. My detractors are going to say, oh, look, he's capping for the white fighters. He's selling out his own race, and he's being a Tom and cooning for the white fighters. He's saying that these two white fighters, Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, is number 1 and 2 over Wilder or over the black fighters. This dude is cooning. That's what they are going to say tomorrow. Guess what? They say this because they are in their feelings. These are fanboys. These are cult members. These are guys who have low IQs. And I literally make them sick. I literally make them sick. I really do. They can't stand me, but they watch me every day. They can't stand me, but they watch me every day. You know how I know? Because I have the analytics. I look at my analytics and I say, oh, wait a minute, God, these dudes can't stand me so much. But boy, they showing up, keep watching. They watch me every day.
To this day.
They watch me every day.
To this day.
They're going to ignore the fact that I said that the reason why Tyson Fury is number 1, because he was the first to go to Germany, beat Vladimir Klitschko, become unified champion. And then he came to America years later, beat Deontay Wilder, and became the WBC and heavyweight champion. And he's the lineal heavyweight champion right now, right? They're going to ignore that because they're going to be stuck on this skin color. I'm talking about skills and accomplishments and my criteria by how I judge why this fighter is number 1, in my opinion. My opinion. Your opinion is your fighter is better than Ali. He's better than Foreman. He's better than Lennox Lewis. Your fighter is the greatest fighter in the world in the history of boxing, and he'll beat anybody, anywhere, anytime. That's your opinion. My opinion is, my criteria, I don't agree with your opinion, and it's obviously you don't agree with mine, but that's neither here nor there. My opinion is because of what this guy has accomplished in his career. Irregardless of whether he didn't fight anybody, you might feel like he fought tomato cans, whatever, most of his career. But when it comes to what he's done, Vladimir Klitschko, Germany, unified, America, WBC champ, Wilder, Tyson Fury did that. Mark D say support by skills, not by skin color. That's not what these fight fans do over here in America. That's not what I can't say fight fans. That's what these casual fans, cult-like members, race baiting, race hustling channels that push this and their supporters, this is what they go by. They judge a fighter by skin color, not by skills. I don't do that. I'm not going to toe the line. Not going to toe the line. And so this is why I get slack from my detractors. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You got two guys. So this guy says, who Fury beat? This other brother says Fury is a cheater. Let me ask you a question. Before I answer that question, who Fury beat, Palm Poker, let me know who your favorite heavyweight is right now. Third Coast Royalty, my brother, tell me I already know who your favorite heavyweight is. Your favorite heavyweight is Wilder. Your favorite heavyweight is Wilder. So I already know what your favorite heavyweight is. Third Coast, I think your favorite heavyweight is Wilder and Palm Poker. Please tell me who your favorite fighter is. Because, boy, you ask me who Fury beat, I can pull it up. But in order to be fair, I need to pull up who your favorite fighter is right now. We're going to do this the right way. We're going to do this the right way. He said, Coach, I see you get a lot of strawman debaters piling on you. Oh, I can handle it. I can handle them all. For example, you appreciate Fury's skills, so that means you must hate black boxers. Yes. That's the narrative. But I can handle the strawman. Lightweight to me. Pawn poker, brother. Tell me who your favorite fighter is, heavyweight is. And third course, I think yours is Wilder. And we gonna address that. He said, but they don't count. They repping Wakanda and Zamunda. And then as for Usyk, he's been all over the world collecting belts. He says, I have more than one favorite. So, my brother, Third Coast, could you please just tell me, just give me one. Okay, let me narrow it down. Who's your favorite heavyweight in America right now? Who's your favorite heavyweight in America right now? Paul Poker says, it's objectively true that Tyson Fury is the real champ. Okay, so your favorite heavyweight is Tyson Fury. Okay. No. You said who Fury is fought, right? Oh, you said who beat Fury? Tell me. Oh, okay. Palm Poker. Sorry about that, fam. I misread. That was my fault, dog. That was my fault. I misread your message. That was on me. I misread your message. Sorry about that. You were saying who beat Fury. Tell me. Ain't nobody beat Tyson Fury yet. But Paul CX says politicizing the sport, it's a nightmare. But that's just where we at right now. Pawn Poker. I'm sorry about that, guys. Your favorite fighter. Sorry about that. But it is what it is. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. So this is what my detractors are going to say. They're going to say, there you go. He's always bigging up the white fighter. This has nothing to do with skin color. Let me explain this again for the slow train people. The people, the fanboys, and the casuals who are on the slow train. Let me give you an example of what I am talking about. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Have your fighter done this? Have your fighter been to Germany and fought? But forget the fight. Have your fighter been to, this guy has been on the road 1, 2 countries, 3 countries, 4 countries, 5 countries. He's been to 5 different countries. He's won championships in everybody else's country. Have your fighter done this? That's all I want to know. Have your fighter done this? Have your fighter become unified heavyweight champion in three heavyweight fights? That's my criteria. That's very impressive to me. If I'm willing to go to another planet and fight somebody and beat the Martians, I'm willing to go to Venus and beat the people on Venus and take their belts. That's impressive to me. He says, people don't like Fury, but he's the best. Guess what? Tyson Fury is number 1 to me. Shout out to Maestro Boxing.
Hey, okay.
Third Coast, he said, we know, bro, you a Wilder fanboy up in these YouTube streets, front line too. We know what we know. Maestro Boxing says, Big Baby Anderson is the best U.S. heavyweight prospect. Fury is the best in the world. Shout out to Maestro Boxing.
Hey, okay.
He said, I never heard of having more than one favorite. That's odd. Vitali says, Ruiz is my favorite. Gus says, nah, dude, Usyk is like Thanos. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. JBN says, why do black American boxers hate being American? They scream Wakanda, but I never hear them say, long live on the USA, baby. That's going to be subjective to those who feel that way, to be fair. Peter Von Ark says, my favorite heavyweight boxers other than American is F.A. Jabba. He said, my favorite heavyweight boxers other than American? I don't understand that. Say other than American heavyweight, F.A. Jabba. But yeah, that's what my detractors are going to say, guys. I hope I broke this down for you. And that's fine. It's par for the course. Third coach says, my view belongs to me. Yes, it does. It belongs to you. It does belong to you, third coach. You're right about that. That's your view. That's your opinion. Doesn't make you wrong, doesn't make you right. That's your opinion. And it doesn't make anyone else wrong or right if they don't agree with you. You just have to agree to disagree. He say that's the only, that's the only thing I guess that really bothers me is Fury hasn't ever defended a title. Yeah. John says, what about title defenses? Usyk beats Fury by default in that respect. Yeah, because he had defended his titles. You know what? I didn't even think about that, John. That's a valid point. That's a valid point, guys. What do you think about this? John said that to him, Usyk beat Fury by default because he has defended his belts. Oleksandr Usyk has defended belts that he's won in the cruiserweight division. That's a valid point. That's a valid point, guys. What do you think about that? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about what do you think about that, guys? Topin says AJ is my favorite plus Usyk. I am Iron Joseph Parker. Like, but what do you think about that though? Okay, let's break this down. Let's put a little bit of spice in it. Let's put a little bit of spice in it then. What do you think about that? That's a valid point, dog. That's a valid point. Hold on, I didn't even think about that, dog. I didn't even think. He said, AJ, hold on. Wait, I need to screenshot this. Let me screenshot this. I need to screenshot this. Where's the guy? Where's the guy who said this? He said, what about title defenses? Fury never defended a title. Oleksandr Usyk has defended his title multiple times in the cruiserweight division. Well, so what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Is that a valid point? He said Usyk has won titles in different countries other than his own. I think that says a lot. Going to their backyard and taking it. Yeah, come to your trap and take over your trap. Shout out to Moneybag Yo.
To this day.
That's a valid point. That's a valid point. That's a valid point. Wendell Jackson say Wakanda is not real, but Wakanda is. Okay. The way you spelled it. Shout out to Stan Lee. Stan Lee, a white guy. He is the guy who created the fictional character Black Panther in 1966. R.I.P. to Stan Lee. Wakanda was created by a white man. Black Panther was created by a white guy. The same people who grab onto Wakanda and Black Panther, I think they don't understand that it was created by a white guy. Not that doesn't matter, but it does kind of go against the narrative. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you know what though? Brother, let me tell y'all something. I have some nuclear warheads I'm gonna drop. It's gonna be a recorded video. I have some nuclear warheads I'm going to drop. I'm going to, as Shan would say, I'm going to desecrate you. Fatality. Hey, Nick says, no shade, but I'll crown Usyk as the king after his rematch, after he defends his titles and handle those mandatories in the heavyweight division. But we talking about, yeah. No, you're right about that. I get what you're saying. I'm saying, but I just want to know, what do you think about the fact that he has defended his belts before in the cruiserweight division? He's defended a title before. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that makes him number one, but I'm just saying, that people can make either way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you have to agree with what the brother said, but he does make a point. But I still got Fury number one to me. But that's a valid point, though. I'm saying number one in the heavyweight division. He has not defended a title yet, never in his life. That is true. That is true. But he's going to defend it on October the 9th. He's going to have his first title defense October the 9th. So we'll see how it plays out. Leon Musa said Fury would destroy Usyk too. The way he destroyed Odo Wallin. Let's see. I love Usyk. I thought he might have been a gatekeeper, but he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong in the heavyweight division. I knew he was a bad boy. I knew he was a bad boy in this country. I mean, at cruiserweight, we already knew that. We already knew that, right? Odo Wallin. I got Odo Wallin right here. Let's see. I got Odo Wallin right here. So when you can't use the triangle theory when you say that Fury would destroy Oleksandr Usyk. I mean, I know that's your opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we won't know until they fight each other. That's all I'm saying. Again, the triangle theory doesn't work. We won't know until they fight each other. We won't know until they fight each other. But that makes a valid point. So you have, he said AJ is manufactured from a raw talent. Okay. Usyk struggled with Chisora. He won. Unanimous decision. So you're going to have struggles in fights. And he fought, but I saw that Chisora fight. He said Usyk struggled against Chisora. He beat Derek Chisora in a unanimous decision in his own backyard. He beat him in his own backyard. Did the referees cheat Derek Chisora? Some people say, whatever. He beat him in his own backyard unanimously. Was it a tough unanimous fight? Yes, it was. It was a tough one. I saw this fight. But he beat him. He beat him handedly. There was no debate. About it. Unanimous decision in London. He beat him dominated him in London. Unanimous decision. So it is what it is. He said Jonathan Usyk is the biggest threat besides himself. Is his biggest threat besides himself. Mark says Usyk fought a different fight from the fight with Chisora. Some of that training with Lomachenko's dad for AJ. Yeah. Arthur Hawkins says some circles say you're not a true champion until you defended the title. Yeah. You know what? The era that I come from, that is true. The era that I come from, guys, when you're the champ, you got to prove to everybody that you really are the champ by defending the belts. If you win it and don't defend it, then, dude, you could have had a lucky day that day or whatever. But you get what I'm saying? That's the era I come from. If you're the champ, you want to fight all number one contenders. So that argument can go both ways. I get it. The argument can go both ways. David says, do we have the best fighters here in the USA, Puerto Rico, Mexico right now? Not in the USA. You say best fighters. In the heavyweight division, the best fighters in the heavyweight division are not from the USA. In the welterweight division, yes. Welterweight, we have the best fighters. In the super middleweight division, right now, the best fighter is Canelo Alvarez. He's from Mexico. He's from North America, but he's from Mexico. He's not American. So in the super middleweight division, the best fighter is from Mexico. In the welterweight division, the best fighters are from America. In the heavyweight division, the best fighters are from the UK and Ukraine. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Because when we just look at it, like the proof's in the pudding, you know what I mean? October Time says Fury ran away from Klitschko 3 times and Wilder 2 times. He said Ortiz is number 1 heavyweight. He has the car box belt. Hey, we ain't gonna get into that, man. Hey, we ain't gonna do that today, dog. We not gonna do that today, dog. Paul O'Leary says, until there's an undisputed, I'm not giving any of them the title of best. There's plenty of chances for upsets before then. We're talking about right now, currently right now. We know that we might never see an undisputed fighter champion right now in boxing. It's just the politics of boxing, the way things are going with one guy being with this company, and I don't like this dude because this dude on Uncle Tom, and you know, this dude, he got a slave master for a promoter, and I'm my own boss, and oh, bro, I'm a desecrate. Listen, I promise you, listen, I'm gonna give you a warning to all of my detractors, and I know my detractors, they mostly come from 2 fanboy bases, right? They come from 2 fanboy bases, but most of my detractors come from 1 fanboy base right here in America. Guess what? I promise you, I'm going to desecrate you. I've done it before a couple times already, but I'm going to desecrate you. I got you. Call me what you want to call me. When I finish with you, it's going to be scorched earth policy. I'm going to desecrate you. I got something right here in the cut right here. And it's going to be all facts. Everything I'm going to come with, it's not going to be any cap. It's going to be all facts. I'm going to have receipts on top of receipts on top of receipts. You will not get out of this one. Well, you ain't get out of the other ones. You know, to be fair, you ain't never got anything that I brought to the table. So to be fair, you know, it's kind of like unfair. I don't defeated you already multiple times, but you keep coming back. But that's okay. This here is going to be the defeat of all defeats. But I did say that last time, and I won. Like, why am I trying to prove a point? There's no need. There's no more points to prove. It's really not. But that's okay. One thing about me, I don't mind being hated. Damien says, not heavyweight. The guys that would be heavyweight are playing football. Yeah. Yeah, we ain't got nothing in the heavyweight division in America. Nothing. We got Jared Anderson. He's a prospect, though. And I like him. I think he's going to be the next heavyweight champion of the world. My opinion does not make it fact. But I like him a lot. I like Jared Anderson. I like that dude a lot. So he said, Ivan says, I'm from the Ukraine. When I watched the fight, I was in the mood for good boxing and thought that Usyk might lose. I think AJ was not ready for the speed and pace. Yeah, the speed and pace gave him problems. The speed and pace gave him problems. That is true. Faster hands, faster footwork. And he was kind of confused a little bit. Zeta says, AJ been clogging up the heavyweight division for undisputed race for years, from avoiding fighting Wilder and Fury just to lose those fights, not supposed to. So in your opinion, you think AJ avoided Fury? How did he avoid Fury and how did he avoid Wilder?
To this day.
I have receipts. I have receipts on this. Like, this is easy. What you're saying right here, Zadis, you say AJ been clogging up the heavyweight undisputed race for years, from avoiding Wilder, from avoiding fighting Wilder. I got receipts on that. And Fury, I got receipts. This is easy. This is easy. This is easy for me. That right there, easy. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother video right there. Chick says, coach is on fire today.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, that's real easy. He says, coach, no disrespect, but they gave you some smoke on the Boxing Voice. How? Where? I haven't been on the Boxing Voice. I've been on the Boxing Voice twice. No one ever came at me on the Boxing Voice. No one. Unless you know something I don't know. You know something I don't know? If you know something I don't know, please share it with me. Please share it with me. Let's see. He say, Coach, if you want to learn how to defend a title, watch Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe 1. Round 10. Yeah. Yeah, Riddick Bowe came to get that. Riddick Bowe came to get that. This guy right here. There we go. He said, you have receipts. Keep living in fantasy land. You crazy little man. AJ is a ducker. And for good reason. He can't move his head or take a punch. Recipe for disaster. Wow. I like this guy. Who is your favorite fighter, Marco? I think I know.
To this day.
We ought to know who your favorite fighter is. Boy, the fanboys and the trade patrols is out here tonight.
To this day.
Oh, his fans is here today. Oh my goodness, here we go again with AJ Duckerfield, Wilder Conspiracy again. Oh, his fans is here today. These fanboys is coming. They coming today. Warning, warning, warning to all the twerker native fanboys. I got something for that ass, boy. Yeah. Stay tuned. I'm dropping these nuclear bombs on your ass. It's coming soon. Shout out to Marco. Marco, I'm gonna put you on the wall of fame, baby. You say you have receipts. Keep living in fantasy land, little man. Okay. AJ is a ducker. No problem, sir. I got something for you fanboys. If you are a fanboy of a particular fighter and you get overly emotional about your fighter, guess what? This is not the channel for you, Marco. I hope to see you next week, sir. October the 9th, we will be going live, Marco. I hope to see you there, brother. Sunday, I will be going live after October the 9th, which is October the 10th. I hope to see you there, brother. I know what side of the fence you on, sir. I am here to destroy you guys. Here to destroy you. Don't like none of you fanboys who are overly emotional about your favorite fighter. I really don't. But you watch me every day. I appreciate you. I really do like you. You are helping me grow. I appreciate it. Also, Marco, go to New Media Today USA Boxing Store and you can get you the merchandise. If you're going to hate, go ahead and hate all the way. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? I got something for that ass, boy. I promise you. I love you, Marco. I love you, and I love you fanboys, and I love you Twerkinator supporters. I love you. You are my motivation. You are the reason why I do this show. I promise you. Love you, Marco. Take it easy, brother. He said, Coach playing George Foreman son of listen ring interest music. Yeah, that's all I need, a little bit of motivation. I'm finna destroy these niggas. I promise you. Okay. Let's see. He says, didn't Eddie Hearn offer Wilder a 3-fight deal worth over $170 million to fight on the zone and Wilder ducked the career high payday? What I'm going to do, sir, I'm just going to come with the receipts. He says, Mr. Calderon, he said, have you talked about Callum Smith KO yet? No, I haven't. Callum Smith looked pretty good in the KO. Callum Smith looked pretty good in the KO. To be fair, I saw like let me see. Cause I was in and out in the kitchen. I was trying to get ready. I was in and out in the kitchen, to be honest with you. I was trying to get everything set up. Bear with me one moment, brother. Bear with me one moment. I was in and out in the kitchen. I'm trying to find something. Hold on. I got this video I wanted to show you guys, but I don't have it up. So I got this video I want to show you guys. But Callum Smith, I missed the first round. Now I caught like the end of the first round. And of course, I think he got him out of there, the second round? I think he got him out of the second round. So like the $1 trillion Dreams.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
$20 Dream says, are you picking Fury to beat Wilder? If Wilder KOs Fury, he's number one heavyweight. How can Usyk be number one with only one win? Just questions. Okay, I'm gonna address the last one first. I'm not saying Usyk is number one. Everybody gave their opinion on how they would rank the heavyweights. So remember, when you rank the heavyweight, it's subjective to you. I have Fury being the number one heavyweight. I have Fury being number one because he's undefeated and he's been unified. He's held all of the belts, right? He's went to Germany. My reasoning for this is this. He went to Germany, he beat Vladimir Klitschko, he came to America, he beat Deontay Wilder, right? So that's my reasoning for that, right? So I have him number one and he's undefeated. He beat the guy who they say was the hardest hitting heavyweight in the history of the heavyweight division. He beat the guy who they say he would have knocked out Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Sonny Liston. They say he's the greatest heavyweight in the history of the heavyweight division. So his supporters say that he's the greatest heavyweight in the heavyweight division. He would have beat Ali. He's 10 times better than Ali. He's 10 times better than George Foreman. He would have beat all the Lennox Lewis. He would have beat everybody. So since he is this awesome fighter, Tyson Fury beat him. So Tyson Fury has to be number one. That's the answer to that. Now, I don't agree with none of that shit I just said, but this is what this is what his supporters say of the Twerkinator. This is what the Twerkinator supporters say.
To this day.
I can't wait to desecrate their ass. He say if Wilder KOs Fury, is he the number one heavyweight? If Wilder beats Fury, is he the number one heavyweight? That's a good question. I got to think about that. If Wilder beats Fury, I got to think about that. It's a possibility he could be the number one heavyweight if he beats Fury. But then where would you put Usyk? You see what I'm saying? So, because my list, I got Fury number one and Usyk number two. And I have Wilder number three. So that means Wilder beats the number one guy. Yeah, I can see that. I got to think about that one. He said, are you picking Fury to beat Wilder? I'm going to say this as it relates to who am I picking for Wilder versus Fury. If Wilder becomes a new, different boxer, if he becomes a totally different boxer, if Malik Scott has made Wilder this new fighter and he can fight on the back foot and he's going to be this boxer, he's going to try to outbox. If Wilder's going to try to outbox Tyson Fury, he's going to lose. It's going to be the equivalent of Joshua trying to outbox Usyk. You can't outbox someone who's a better boxer than you, who has better footwork than you. That's not going to happen. Wilder has one shot. He's going to have to try to knock Fury out. He's going to have to, the right hand is just the right hand alone is not going to help him. I'm going to tell you why the right hand alone is not going to help him. Because he landed the right hand in the first fight, Fury got up. He couldn't keep him down. He landed the right hand in the second fight, Fury ate it and stopped him. So I still have, if Tyson Fury is serious and he's taking his fight serious, which I think he probably has, he's probably been given a smoke screen, I still got Fury beating Wilder. But I think this fight is going to be hard. I think Wilder is motivated. I think he's focused. He's 10 times better than Muhammad Ali, so they say. He's 10 times better than George Foreman, so they say. So what Malik Scott and Joey Scott and them saying. So if he's all of that, we'll find out October the 9th. But I got Fury beating him again, to be honest. And this ain't no shade. This ain't no none of that. It is what it is. He's going to have to know how to fight off the back foot. Wendell Jackson say, Wilder over Ali, stop it. Maybe Ali in 68. Nah. I'm just saying that's what his trainer Malik Scott and his assistant trainer Joey Scott says. So that's my prediction. That's my prediction for that, fam. And to be honest, he say I'm on Wilder's side this time. Even thought Wilder's team is. I guess you're saying even though Wilder's team is a little slow. Yeah, to be honest with you, Tobin Tom, I don't have faith in Malik Scott as a trainer. That's another thing too. I don't doubt Wilder's abilities to and his desire to want to beat Tyson Fury. I don't doubt that at all. But what I doubt is I don't have no faith in Malik Scott. I have no faith in Malik Scott at all. It's hard for me to have faith in a trainer that's sucking his fighter up. It's hard for me, Malik Scott, because I know you're watching this video, and I know you're gonna have your twerkinator, your twerk army supporters to send you this video, because I know y'all watch my stuff, because they have reached out to me, right? So I know you're watching this. So I'm gonna say this, Malik Scott. I don't believe in you as a trainer, right? When you was a fighter, Malik Scott, you was a D-class fighter at best. As a trainer, I understand your job is to get into Deontay Wilder's psyche. Psychologically, you're trying to hype him up. And I know that the other channels out there, they on board, pushing the same narrative, trying to do the same thing. We're trying to hype him up. But when you say stuff like, Malik Scott, you're 40 years old. I'm 47. You're old enough to know better. When you say stuff like your fighter is 10 times better than Ali inside and outside of the ring, and then you're saying all this other stuff, you're talking crazy now. So it's kind of hard for me. I use a yes man to me. Use a yes man to Wilder. I find it very hard to believe that a guy who says this fighter is 10 times better than the greatest fighter that's ever put on a pair of gloves, Muhammad Ali, if he's 10 times, I find it very hard to believe that a trainer that says that is not a yes man for that fighter. I don't have faith in Malik Scott. I don't. I just don't. I have faith in Sugar Hill. So I think when it comes down to the trenches, when it comes down to having to think, having to figure this guy out, I got more faith in Tyson Fury because he has a higher ring IQ versus the Wilder. Wilder has that right hand. But Malik Scott is your trainer? I ain't got no faith in Malik Scott. I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't. I have no faith in him at all. King KO say, coach going in on Malik back. When he say D class at best. This is true. This is true. This is true. Like, listen, if I'm going to battle with a fighter, and I have a trainer in my corner, who do I want to go to battle with this trainer with? Sugar Hill Stewart or Malik Scott? We're gonna find out. They say Malik Scott is Angelo Dundee reincarnated. They say he's Eddie Futch reincarnated. They say he's Georgie Bitton reincarnated. They say he's the great Customato reincarnated. RIP to all of those guys. They say he's Emmanuel Stewart reincarnated. They saying, goddamn it, that Malik Scott is all of a sudden the greatest trainer in the world. He say Malik Scott is not a trainer. He's just a motivational hype man. Yes, he is. He's a hype man. He's a hype man. He's a hype man. So these guys are hyping him. He's doing everything that I told him. Oh my God, this is phenomenal. Oh, listen. When you got a camp that's sucking you up, giving you awesome jostle, and I'm saying it in PG, dancing and yay, he's here. He showed up on the video. Wait, listen, grown ass men. I know you watching, Malik Scott. I know you watching Deontay Wilder. Your whole little camp, I know y'all watching. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Gonna be here. You, all your supporters. I'm gonna be here. I promise you that. But yeah, it is what it is. He said, how can anybody think Wilder can win? He's 10 times better than Muhammad Ali. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. But I got something I'm coming with, though. I'm not gonna be playing, bro. I'm not gonna be playing. Listen, I'm gonna make you hate me. You think you hate me now? Listen, I will explain something to you. You twerkinator, fanboys, supporters. You think you hate me now? I promise you, I'm going to make you hate me so much that you would never in life want to come back to this channel ever again. I'm going to do everything in my power to desecrate you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. So other than that, man, that's it, man. It's that boy, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out for New Media Today, USA Boxing. Tune in tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got him. Let's go ahead and give everybody a shout out, man. Give everybody a shout out. Shout out to Topin Time. Hey, okay. Shout out to Peter Von Arts. Hey. Shout out to Paul Pond Poker. Shout out to Paul Evans. Shout out to Paul and shout out to Ava. Shout out to Steve in the UK with the AK. Shout out to Jerome Benjamin. Shout out to Niseen Warrior. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to my detractors and my haters. Yeah, shout out. Shout out to you. I love you guys. I really do love you guys. I swear I do. I love you guys. You help me so much. You help me so much. You help me so much. I love you guys. Shout out to A-Shape Forum. Shout out to Mr. Chemo. Shout out to Jerome Benjamin. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Paul Evans. Shout out to Nick Rich. Shout out to PNN. What's going on? Shout out to Mark Kaboom. Shout out to Third Coast Royalty. And shout out to anybody who I've offended. Shout out to you. I am the king of pissing people off. You know that's what I do. Shout out to Topin Time once again. Shout out to Leon Musa. Shout out to all of the fanboys of their favorite fighters. Fanboys hate me. And you should. Shout out to Jay Miller. Shout out to Drummond for Life. Shout out to the Queen Karma Serene. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to Lady Shan Dun Them Season. Shout out to my brother Mark Nash. Shout out to King K.O. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Jerome in the house. Jerome Benjamin. Shout out to Keith. Shout out to the Queen Nick Rich. Shout out to Drummond for Life. Shout out to Rider of the Storm. Shout out to my brother Tony Boswell once again. Shout out to Vitali. Shout out to let's see. Shout out to everybody who's ever called me a coon, Uncle Tom, or a sellout. Or a house nigga. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Wakanda. Shout out to those fake revolutionaries on YouTube. Give y'all a shout out to. Shout out to who else we got? Peter Von Arts. Shout out to A-Shape Forum. Shout out to James. Shout out to Leon Musa. Shout out to Mr. Calderon 93. Shout out to Exclusive. Shout out to Bernard. Shout out to Julio. Julio, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Wendell Jackson. Shout out to King KO. Shout out to PNN Nate. Shout out to Wally. Shout out to Muhammad Ali. Shout out to James. Shout out to Charlie Torres. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to Peter Von Arts. Shout out to Keith Causey. Shout out to Dillian Doyle. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta once again. Shout out to Iceman. Shout out to my brother Jawan. Jawan, I almost forgot you, fam. Salute to Jawan. Shout out to Hooligan Music. Shout out to King KO. Shout out to Arthur Hawkins. Shout out to Graham Taylor. Shout out to Corey Bradley. Shout out to Uwapo. Shout out to Jedi Gremlin. Once again, back, it's incredible. Tune in tomorrow, guys, on 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to hit the link. Once again, guys, let's go ahead and do this one more again. As you can see, we have the merchandise right here. We have the merch right here. We have the hoodies. We have the bomber jackets. Yeah, we got the bomber jackets, guys. We have on the caps. We have the long sleeve t-shirts, and we have the short sleeve shirts as well. The merch is here. New Media Today USA Boxing.store. Click the link in the description below to cop your merch. Shout out to King KO. Shout out to $1 Trillion Dreams. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, why so much hate for Wilder and his team? I don't hate Wilder. I don't hate Wilder at all. What I hate is his fanboys. Let's make that clear. I don't hate Deontay Wilder at all. Proud of him. He's accomplished a lot. I hate his fanboys. No one comes after me more than Deontay Wilder's fanboys. None of them. I love them, though. You see what I'm saying? Now, as it relate to Malik Scott saying that he's 10 times better than Muhammad Ali, I take offensive to that. To be honest, my opinion, I agree with you, $1 Trillion Dreams. He's supposed to boost up his confidence, but I would never say nothing like that. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. And we can agree to disagree. Just seems like it's some extra hate in the chat. You know, I'm just saying for me. You know what I mean? For me. But shout out to you. Shout out to the Zays Buchanan.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat
Sorry about that, guys.
received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I'm a Wilder supporter. Scott is a clown, though. Gotta respect a man picking up on the sport at 20. Placing the Olympics, become champion, not easy. Yeah, I'm not even knocking that. I'm finna get rid of all the capping and all of the coon talking, Uncle Tom talking, the sellout talk. I'm finna desecrate all of that. Me being in the nation this long, 25 years, like, I know what pro-black is, and them niggas ain't on that. Just say you support your fighter, but all the other stuff, we ain't into that. But hey, it's no problem. That's no problem. I'm always get the last laugh. Always do. Anyways, shout out to everybody who I miss. If I forgot your name, Zoe Santos, what's going on, fam? If I forgot your name, man, I'm sorry about that. New media today, USA Boxing. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. All right? Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.